Oh wow, we already have viewers. Fuck, is my camera hidden? Ah, because of scrims. Okay, this should be better. Sorry guys for not having my camera on. Also, I don't have a secondary screen to read chat, so chat's gonna be on my phone. So apologies if I'm not reading chat as much. But yes, how is everyone doing? आँख से आंसू आ गए fans के. People who live in glass houses don't throw stones, friends. People who live in glass houses don't throw stones. Okay, so let's talk a bit about what's happening in the scene. Laptop charging, amazing, blah 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 blah. So obviously two big matches for the scene today, like two big results. That too, these two right up. VLT versus TR and G versus Talon. Like really happy with this, especially this and this. And this is a massive shocker, especially after the first half. But yeah, congratulations to Techno and the team. They deserve it. They fully deserve it. They fully deserve it. Um, I'm just gonna wait a bit for more people to show up to the stream, and then we can start talking. Which one are you starting with first, guys? Are we starting with G versus Talon, or do you guys want to do TR versus VLT first? You're back in India? No, I'm still at uni. I just finished my exam today. DM bench? I don't think so. That would not make sense at all. I think it's something. Hi, what should I say, coach? Hello there, Flickr. I need to download Epic Pen. I don't even have Epic Pen yet. पोल कैसे डालूं इधर? पोल डालना चाहिए पहले कि भाई decide what to watch first. Hi, what should I say, coach? Hello there. Got it. DM तो सही venue पे. But I don't think it does. Like, there's no way they're risking it. It just doesn't make sense. I will most likely end up doing both because I have a lot of free time today, and I've decided that today I'm not going to start studying until later in the day. So that is my plan. क्या पता टीआर को हल्के में लेके पागल है क्या ब्रो, ऐसा नहीं आएगा. But G versus Talon का word निकालने दो. मतलब fuck, I need to give my email address here. Sorry for this. Just give me a second. Okay, we are back. Nikhil's X team is playing right now. Alright, G versus Talon. What is the veto? G ban fracture. TL Talon ban pearl. G pick split. Talon pick icebox. G ban sent. Okay, nothing. I mean, G have wanted to play split. मान लो वही किसी की yeah. मान लो वहाँ किसी नहीं, इधर किसी टीम का नहीं.
All right,
Like in
well,
a name. I worked with my uni team for a bit, but it just doesn't make sense to swatch. But let's see. G is sticking with the same no sentinel comp. Interesting. Sage, Raze, Viper, Sky Astra. Okay. Oh, even these guys are not playing a Sentinel. I mean, I understand why Split doesn't require Sentinel because, like, no matter where you want to go, is my camera in the right place, or do you guys want to move it to somewhere? Move it to the top right. Yeah, okay, makes sense. Makes sense. I think this should be fine. Is this good? Is this good? गोलू किल नहीं किया पर यूटिल अच्छे से यूज किया. I mean, for Golu, it's basically just that as long as he goes in and dies and like creates enough space to get a trade off, it's good. Like
The gates have opened, and for now, Talon just going to be
he's
sending a
fine.
couple people creeping here into B Garage. One yet playing on the.
Why are they making so life so hard for me? And why can't I just use it for free, bro? Okay, amazing. This is so painful. Amazing. Finally, let's go. Lelia top right is good now, I guess, guys.
This like we well, you know, Talon looked against Yards on the same.
Okay, reduce the volume a bit, and we are good to go.
This is Victoria's favorite.
Golu kill नहीं किया पर मैं मारू अच्छा what the fuck. Malov too hot. Bad love too cold when.
Like the whole of this Pacific playoffs. I mean, we play for so far.
What the hell? भाई what? YouTube में दो type of moderator है. सही है.
Maybe they're gonna go back to Yoru again.
Sure, I mean, मुझे कुछ मालूम नहीं है फर्क क्या है दोनों types पे, but yeah. No, as amazing.
A little bit more coordinated.
Go into agent select, and we start the game. Let's go.
Now let's see how this is all got something done.
पहले setup करना तो अरे यार वो सब कौन इतना ये लेगा.
Map number 1, lightning fast coming in and playing the race. This is the same comp that we saw from Global all the way
GR
back
on
for
defense. Let's see how they start the setup and what utility they're using. Smoke towards A, trying to take A control. Dude, this is like this round I don't even think I need to say much about because did you expect TR winning? No. I didn't expect DM to. Dude, मैं एग्जाम दे रहा था. इनका मैच कितने बजे चालू हुआ? 11 बजे को या फिर 12 बजे को? Something around that, and I had an exam at 9:30 at starting at 9 Eastern. So I was in my exam and I came out of it to see that it was 1-1. And I was like, wow, it's crazy. I mean, this round is obviously everyone knows what's happening. Talon going for a 4-1 start to the round. I guess this is just to show some pressure, see what you really comes in just to react around it.
Just quick on his feet. Sometimes he's gonna have to make his own decisions.
Siege is mid, then GR gamble sacking towards this A with a very aggressive retake wall, something old TSM used to do. And FPX also I think used to use something very similar. But okay, interesting. I mean, this one's a little bit different because it doesn't. I think the older one used to cover elbow as well, but G don't use it to cover elbow, but instead they want spawn, which means that they want to play a lot more aggressively towards A, try to like if they get a killer here, they'll hold on to this area, and so that they can deny this area, but then you can go side. I mean, it's fine, they don't really care much. You're in US? Yeah, I'm in Canada. Papa ji, kya hal? Good, good. How are you guys doing? How do you feel about seeing Golu and Rossi review? I found out about it a few days before that one of them was going to be playing, and I was very, very happy. G is just holding for control. They don't push out too much. They don't fight for too much control. And in the meantime, they've walled mid to give up mid, and Money is just chilling at B. This is good overall. They have good read of what's happening here. Good reaction. Instantly the wall getting broken. It's just about reading the map like a seesaw. So if you lose space towards mid, you just use the wolf here. And yeah, the issue is no one follows up with it, which I don't like. Ideally, you just want to take control of it over here. And I'm not
bring
even sure if
that
they spotted
KO,
this one
something
guy.
that he should be a little bit more
I don't think they
self-sufficient.
spotted him because
Yeah,
otherwise they would have
that's definitely a
looked to
lot more
fight him.
suited to him, especially as a player who's coming back
Gulu
a
should nade
long
this
time
now,
away.
deny
Putting
mid.
him on something like an Astro where it's very micro-focused, definitely a bit out there. For now, Boombot, just to try to check,
टूटा हुआ
does still
साजू
have a
में
presence
क्या बोल
here
रहा है
in
साहिल
mid.
मैसेज तेरा देखा
Well,
बट मैं
on
रिप्लाई
the
नहीं कर
side of
सकता
Global
अभी
Esports, I mean, they've just confirmed that no one's really pushed in towards B. They haven't shown as much
did they
control.
did they do anything at A
Still
after? No,
a bit
right?
out there
No,
in mid.
they're
Really
just
pushed
chilling.
in towards B. They haven't shown as much control over mid yet, and the way they're checking, firstly body check, then they use your utility to
30 seconds
confirm.
left.
They
They still
bought
don't.
so much
Oh
time,
look, this is
and
good from
now they
G.
know
They're
that
taking
as long as
initiative,
they're
like
able to stay
re-clearing and stuff.
alive, that they can go
Like
for the
especially at A, like these two are doubling up justified. Bro, no cap was feeling so bad for Golo and all. I was praying that he didn't
over on
lose
B.
motivation and then. Yeah, I mean, I've been speaking to him a lot. Hey Malo, hello Satan, how are you doing? Hope your leg is better or whatever is better now. Malo, why tell TR to pay me now? Sahil, why? Given the way they're playing, if they win split one, you should ask them to pay you a certain
Still
percentage of
alive.
their
Blocking, but I
earnings.
mean, Garnet's not paying
Oh,
attention.
This is a
Look,
crazy
oh,
run
he's
from
doing
Money
it
in
again.
general. Like he
Oh
just, what
no!
the
Rip on
fuck?
4K.
Like it's just, yeah, beautiful positioning, good smoke.
Just to witness.
I don't know, but I don't know. What do you guys think about this? Okay, I've been thinking about this myself a lot recently. Uh, how do you guys feel about Jet players converting to become smokes players? Like you're more like teaching someone to play smokes rather than picking up a smokes player. Like for example, even if you look at G, Money duelist player picking up smokes, Loud Tui's duelist player picking up smokes. Bang to a certain extent was more of a flex player and picked up smokes. Like he's played Raze and stuff in his life in TSM, I think. He's more or less played everything. So also a duelist player going into a flex into a smokes role. Who else is a thief duelist player going into a smokes role from NA Moist Mogul's thief? Who else? Who else is a smokes from a duelist player? Uh, I mean, obviously the age-old example of Marco still exists. Who else? But yeah, I don't know. I don't fully agree with that, but it's an interesting thing. It's working out for
I
sure.
mean, again,
So
sometimes players
we might have to put Venki on smokes sometime soon.
they just feel more comfortable on certain maps, and
Eco
clearly
round G, switch it up, send the Viper to B instantly. Patifan was playing Sage and stuff also, right? So it's like his role is just weird right now.
Split is that map here for Monuet. See if we can continue that, of course. I mean, with 5
So they've changed
specters,
the setup
I
to
mean,
switch
again,
Astra and
sometimes
Viper,
players, they just feel
move the
more
controllers to the
comfortable on
other
certain
side, and they're
maps, and
not committing the wall early at B, which is interesting.
clearly
Plus, also, Eren has only one molly, so if they were chosen to go fast B, I mean, he could have shut it down
Split
still.
is that map here for Monuet. See if we can continue that, of course. I mean, with 5 specters, they're still going to have a decent amount banked up on the side of Monuet
G
as well to
willingly.
continue on
Okay,
to
they
next
don't deny
rounds.
the orb here, which is why this wall
One of the
wall
biggest
comes
things that we
in.
had said after he set that 39 kill record was,
They give up
is
the
this a flash in the
space.
pan? Are we
Right.
going to see consistency from this guy? And I think widely we have. So
Yeah.
It's why did you stream to किसी को तो जाना था? हाँ, so that's the conversation, right? Like, if G really wanted to pick up support pieces and they really wanted to pick up like with this okay, so at the time I can tell you guys this, but everyone knew that around the time the franchise news was coming around, uh Crazy Guy was also a free agent. So if G were really interested, they could have picked up Crazy Guy. There is still conversation that none of the bleed players basically got picked up for franchising. So if they really, really basically just want to how do you say? They wanted this approach. They wanted the players instead of the roles, which is a different approach.
hell of a way to kick things off. Let's see how he
Like
fares
it's a
now
big
in the
gamble.
anti-eco. Just a couple taps on the ropes over towards
G
A.
being as disciplined as
Heaven
always,
keep
not
interest
always, but having this discipline.
pushed over towards that side of the map. A nice fight though.
Snake
Will
bite push
connect and
into
put a few
delay.
damage down onto Cruz,
It's fine.
locking off Mail for now.
And
I don't like
this
the.
was
I don't know what Talon are trying to achieve here though, because they have 0 stars left. They have full raise utility, not much sky utility, and then you have like one smoke. So they more or less only have one
saw
smoke to
what Global
cross.
Esports are playing
So
here
where
as
do you go
well.
from
It's
here?
just the
If you
way
go
that
B,
they
you're gonna get
make
shut
the
down
map
because you're
with
just
the
gonna
split,
run
despite
two
its tight
people, three
borders, the
people
way they're using
potentially.
utility to
Three
buy
people
time and
now.
cycle through all
The
that
secret
once
approach
again
is
having
just
split
weird.
shells. gonna buy so much time again, and he gets
Like,
two.
yeah, you're just gonna get
He's got
farmed
another
through.
one. He's got the reset. He's throwing it right in the
And
middle.
that nade's gonna get a
Force
kill.
them forward,
Never
split
mind,
them
it's not gonna
apart.
get kill.
Oh, they're
Yeah, you just get
fragging
shut down
here.
for the way they approach this
Bazzi
round.
picking up
It's
one on the
almost like they
blast
just
pack,
wanna.
looking for a little bit of extra
Oh,
damage. I thought
Yeah,
for a second it
it's
was
just so
going to be Ant
pointless.
taking down Foxy.
Like, what do you get
But
here? Like, absolutely nothing. SC League just turned up. What happened to TR? Completely different from groups. That was fucking insane. The Technum buff is insane. The good point I find in making a duelist player smoke is increasing their discipline and patience. Like, you definitely have the fragging power transfer through, but the role understanding, blah blah blah, is harder to inculcate. Are you and Disrupt wake up? Himalaya going to review VLT versus TR? Yes, after
there
this
you have it, a
series.
flawless
I have
follow-up in
time
the
today,
end of
guys.
Eco.
I'll eat lunch a little
Fantastic
later.
start to this
Chill with you
defensive
guys.
half
I
here
haven't
for
streamed in a
Global.
bit as well.
Look
You
at
guys
the
can ask me
economic
anything about
stats of Global Esports,
the
right? You
team,
keep all
anything,
5
anything.
Spectres on top of that, barely much damage done to your shields, and then your defensive half on split. Of course, you had Magnet with the ace as well. They are in
Like,
such
yeah,
prime
it's just they
position
just
here for
wanted to go
defensive
die
half on
because there's
split.
no way they're breaking out the male
Great start.
rafters B-side
Couple
cross
kills
at
now
all.
locked in for
Like,
Lightning
it's
Fast
just
as well.
impossible.
His debut on this stage.
Yeah,
Exactly
now
what you
Money
want to
is what,
see
6 out of
that
7.
warm-up time, but
Like, they just get
we'll see how they fare now.
just a few free
Yeah, and a
shutdown.
little
Reduce that warm-up time.
Okay,
but
let's see how GE
ready to
approach
go
this
nice and early into
anti
the game.
bonus. Sorry.
Reduce that warm-up time, but we'll see how they fare now.
They don't use any sky utility early to get any info. Wall comes up at A to
yeah,
deny
a
A
little bit
control
of
very
difficult
early.
setup.
But it's, I think it's just it's like a band-aid fix to like stop, because so since G don't have like a killjoy or a cipher or anything against the Viper, they're forced to kind of either like give it up completely and play like a very very passive retake, or play like ramp, like double ramp or something, so if the guy comes out they can cross, they can fight the Viper, or they have to keep walling off and stopping A. So I'm interested in seeing when Talon realizes that hey, they don't have a sentinel, let's see how we can find lurks against them.
Change here for
So
the first couple of rounds, right?
so
I
yeah,
mean,
let's
last time we
see.
saw Magnet heavily focusing on B
Just
main
why
for
at this point, ideally you're gonna be
minute to
like
shut down the entire map.
just start
Now,
pivoting more towards A side, because now you've already baited out one molly. You're doing good job already. Like, I think you're in a net positive coming into this round because they have no wall. Plus you've baited out one molly,
I mean,
which is
just in
good.
that second
And
round, we
that's
actually
also
saw
a
him with a
smoke
neat little
baited out, I
setup to
think,
block
right? Or
off
is that
vents
just the
over
one
on
way?
A Heaven.
They
Now
smoked
he's
A,
focusing on vents as
so
well
you've
as
lost one
ready
smoke.
to
So you
provide support
have to
over
pivot
on A.
towards A
And
here.
that allows Aaron
And
to
let's see
now
if G
constantly
realize
switch up his
this.
setups as well, providing some support on that B side with the one-ways, where Talon now they'll always have to approach first to figure out what the
Okay,
default
Golu
is
shouldn't be. How
before
did he
they
die though?
where Talon now they'll
They
always
smoked him
have
off
to
and
approach first to
he was
figure out
jiggling and he got
what the
spammed, but
default
TK.
is.
Talon का pure viewer approach लगता है round की तो बात कर रहा है. TR setting up Kaizen for success, true, but he's going very negative, like in terms of first deaths. To be honest, heartbreaking to see how Talon has degraded since lock-in. I was hoping to see them in top two. I would debate that Talon have gotten very lucky at international events consistently. RG also picked players, yeah, instead of roles. I
Before they
RG are also doing something very interesting with
next
their
actually
roles,
make
like
up
playing some chamber, playing some stuff like that. So it's very interesting to see the way they're approaching the game.
their mind.
But the fact that even Harsh is an example of a Jet player converted to smokes in the long time. Like, he's played Sova and Chamber as well. Also interesting that Flabin's an IGL as well, or he used to IGL. One of the two was an IGL before, and Harsh is IGLing on that squad, which is pretty interesting.
Around the side of that nebula, able to get line of sight.
G fight is Sushiba's in there. It's just a shutdown.
Will trade one back and now locates the
It's
spike.
fine. Golu dying there just kind of kills
Got the
everything, and then they
recross,
flash pick
just
this guy and kill
in a
him.
vulnerable corner. Bazzi, no hope in hell.
Setup from Fox for
Okay, let's see.
wow.
I'm really hoping that Talon realized that, hey guys, they would just want to keep walling up at A,
Next,
and instead of like fight, like, and not, and so we can get lurks at A and we can play for a late round A pivot if we bait out the utility well.
obviously the most
Please,
positive
Talon, read into this.
for them, but
G are forced to be being active towards A. Like last round was the Sage wall. Pistol round it was 3A. 3A start with the Viper wall. This round it is still a 2A start with an aggressive Viper wall and a Sky Flash, because you have to play this aggressive. There's no other way other thing they can do. Unless until they want to play full retakes, but it's not. Now they can play full retake because they have Astral Ult. Before this they couldn't. Flavin used to IGL and mostly play smokes. Yeah, so it's interesting to see him not play smokes and just play this thing. I mean, it was Talon's honeymoon phase that lock in. I doubt so. Cruising Gunner, the rest had experience. Yeah, fair enough. हर सब के लिए samurai में हाँ. Hey Malav, hey Mindfuck, how are you doing? The watch party was crazy by the way. I can only assume. I
Yossi,
can
and that
only
would allow
understand.
them
But
to
yeah.
at least
So
control
yeah,
those
I don't know
C-spawns
why
and
Talon just
eventually
keep
take
tapping
advantage
mid
of
late round though. Like mid round or at any point of the time. You don't need to go get ropes info. You don't get anything by doing this. Unless until you want to do an A split late round. And it's not even like they want to do that. Look, G just keep forcing utility at A. Like you're doing so good, Talon. Just reset at A. Please, just go back towards A. Thank you.
Everybody else from Talon on pressuring over towards B, which will be called out, and now they can very much start to suspect
Ooh,
that
but
this is
G are
going to
playing
end
this
up
well
being an
though. They
A
react
hit.
a lot. Like that's the one thing I like
Wasn't
about
bad
Aiden's
there,
calling
actually
style.
lining up. They're giving
In
up
general, is
medics
that he
because at a
likes to
certain
play
point with the
Valorant very
timer the way
reactive
it
and he has
is,
very
Talon
quick
is going to
reactions.
have to get through
Like
to
look
the
at the
site
way Talon
first. So
approached
they're
this
trying to
round is
use
like
this toxic screen to their advantage where
it's
they can
just
set up
annoying.
a crossfire. They even have backup coming in the
And then
form of
Aiden just shuts
Lightning Fast
down
as
two
well.
here, I think.
Aaron avoiding that. He just cuts down two. We're watching the
Monday
wrong
है
man.
आज
Show me his
making
POV.
Mondaddy ले भाई
And
Cortez.
Aaron's still alive.
Able to find
Cortez,
one.
when
He
is your
gets a
announcement
third.
coming for a
Bazzi
VCL SA
swings
team? I
out.
heard you're joining
Three.
someone. I heard you signed
Use
a
this toxic
contract and
screen
shit
to their
also.
advantage where they can set up a crossfire. Because at a certain
Okay, when do what is GE's timing? Okay, so the one thing that you realize is GE like react very well to like Sky utility. Like every round, like look over here they used like the minute they heard the Sky Wolf coming in
Roughly where he's
from
at, and one segment of the wall gonna be
like
broken
okay
down. It's gonna be
like
a trail
the
of
moment
three
this wolf
battle that
comes in,
Bruce quickly
these
dealt
two
with.
guys start doubling up towards B. So it's basically just seesaw theory. Like तुम लोग एक जगह control लो, हम लोग दूसरी जगह
Everybody else from
control लेंगे.
Talon on pressuring
And
over
then they
towards
deny
B,
this
which
as
will be
well here
called out.
because these
Now
two
they
guys pushing a B tells
very
them
much
guys
start
it's
to
going to be
suspect
ending
that this
A.
is going to end up being an A hit.
So Aaron, now you can just
And because of that,
hold
they're actually
into
lining up. They're
get
giving
into
up
good
heaven because
positions.
at a certain point with the timer, the way it is, Talon is going to have to get through to the site first. So they're trying to use this toxic screen to their advantage where they can set up a crossfire. They
Yeah,
even have
this
backup
is the
coming in
Talon
the form of
approach this round
Lightning
very
Fast as well.
slowly, and they don't just
Only
don't
Lightning
approach it
had
well.
one. He gets a third. Bazzi
And then yeah, it's just a shutdown.
Right now they're spending should because
Then you
Global
start
Esports
realizing
has
why
been
they ran
called
into a stack this round.
the best team to
Like look
never
again,
win yet
now
here.
if the Sky switches out, since they have to keep controlling
With
A,
the
Sage
best
is gonna
team
come
leagues
and
across the world.
Texture
That's
will wall
true.
off after a bit,
That's very
if
much
not
been
instantly.
true. And I think that you'd have to be a fool.
See, boom. Like Talon's
to say
baiting out so
otherwise.
much
Let's see
utility
what
for
else they have been
free.
able to show us. Protection out. Does he want to swing off this? He does. No one there to see. Goes for it again. Take a little bit of damage there from that Sheriff, and wisely will back away. Bazzi in the meantime, top ramp swings, and that Sushi Boy's taken out.
And this is
But
where
if you're
Bad
Talon, how do you move towards ramp though? How can you take ramp? Because this comp won't really let them take ramp unless it's like a late because you don't have like an omen flash, you don't have like a stun from COs that you can send in here. You can technically do a suck into a flash or a suck into a knife in a knife into a suck into a flash into double satchel. Something like that they'll have to do if they want to take ramp aggressively and want to deny this G hold over here. But let's see how much they actually pressure out into this.
be prepared for these crossfires. And we've been seeing this more and more as
S25
Skyline
watching,
taking
please
hold,
like and subscribe
as this main initiator for a
if you
lot
want to
of
see more
teams where
content.
you
My
can
next
come up
exam's on the 23rd, so I have a lot of time to stream.
You got flashes, you've got intel.
How do you get
that
watch
you
party
can
rights
hold
though? I need to
different
see up
angles
if
with
I
your
can get
flashes
watch
to
party
provide
rights.
crossfires. I mean, you're one of the best ways to be that kind of second line of entry or defense.
Now they get the info that no one's A, and now they're expecting this to end
Great with it.
B,
And I mean, I keep
and now Money will have
referencing
ult
this
in a
interview
bit
from back
if
when
he wants to.
transitioned
This is
over
Gulu's
to
favorite angle of
Lightning
all time.
Initiator instead, as I'll hold my thought.
Yeah,
The rocket,
dumbass.
inevitably, Lightning Fast cannot get away from that one. Swing over towards
How
the
did
cross.
they lose this? How did they get shut down so fast here?
Universe. He's been
Like at
doing
this
it,
point, I think they
and
more or less
I
knew
keep
there's no one A,
referencing this interview from back when he
and also that they don't have the wall, so they don't have anything to get a gamble stack off. So G need to find will be forced to find ways to get gamble stacks off, and for them last round was playing aggressively and having a 2 push down towards B, but this round they don't
transitioned
have
over
that,
into
which
playing
is
its initiator
yeah.
instead, as I'll hold my thought. The rocket, inevitably, Lightning Fast cannot get away
And
from
then
that.
this guy gets
Swing
shut down
towards the garage, and the
because of
third
that, and then this is the round shut down. You're just happily safe here, I guess, at the end of the day.
very nice duel. So while Texture might not
But damn, let's see.
So all these
This is the problem of not running a sentinel. Like you get more utility, sure. These deal shots were insane, like really insane. I was watching a bit of the highlights, but yeah, didn't adapt at all. Kept fighting for mid. एक्साइल के भरोसे दो बंदे detain. Me signing did I have VCL SEA? I meant SA. LAN पे देखना? Sure. Hopefully you're not against us. I mean even if you are, we won't go easy. Did you feel texture played better than Killjoy today? I haven't seen it. Golu shouldn't have tanked the Astra concussed there, could have satchel and moved away since Garnet as a result. I mean this positioning is just weird. Like you just can't keep consistently playing this position. And let's see, like there has to be a point when you give that position up because it's like a very one and done position because it's not like he's on Jet or Chamber or something that he will be is willingly able to get out of there.
Texture and Lightning Fast just rack broken skulls as Texture will get his second.
I mean, sure, you had 3 people lined up, so the ones in front were really just trying to bait for you, but
I mean, technically they should, like, the better fix to the way Talon are playing could more or less just be having Bazi and Golu switch places, so that and even at A, Golu has a lot of utility that you don't need for other reasons than just countering the Viper. For example, like necessarily you don't go into run thinking we'll get info based on the boom bot. Like, but you go into run thinking we'll use a sky utility to get info. So if Bazi is being forced to use utility to burn out utility just because there's a Viper looking against them, they should switch that over and give that position to
still,
Golu. So Golu can deny
And now
Amen with
Bazzi's over here holding down this site with a
even the
judge.
Sage is fine. So slow nades and doing stuff like that,
well,
and that can help you just
it
keep
wasn't
denying
that
for area there.
Towards
So
heaven
that could
and
be
Bruce
an approach that
stopping.
G should try
well, actually
in this
being a little
upcoming like rounds or two. Let's see.
contained from Global.
Because it doesn't make sense for them to keep Sky bleeding out
Called
Sky
for
utility.
I
Because if that results in
As a
forcing
pure
out retakes,
play
I'm
race
not sure
Texture
how
play
well
Jet
GE
and then
will do
Bazzi
fair in
go
those
back
because
playing
you don't have
bonus
any
on
big
C.
like your big round winning ults, right, on retakes are like you don't have a killjoy ult to win a round. You don't have a breach ult to win a round. So yeah.
Did a hell
Talon
of a
no
lot of
pref G
last year.
split
That's
looks like
true.
it.
I mean, he was one of
Do you
the
think
first
double
ones to
controller
show it
buff
over
was
here
real or
in Korea
coincidence?
with
What do you mean?
Euro Operator once we saw kind of the downfall of Jet for a little bit with some of her nerfs
So it's just
last year,
weird
but of course,
to see this
Jet
happening.
now in full power, of course, Raze
Guys,
the
wait, how many
preferred
likes does
duelist
this
for a lot
stream
of
have?
teams here.
Okay, 25 likes. Guys, come on.
Going
There's more. I'm
slam.
pretty sure there's people, some of you that haven't liked the stream. So
Yeah,
please
here
like
we
the
run it
stream.
solo. Looks like Raze is
YRG. Okay, since they have Astra ult, Viper ult, and G on the other hand have one of Raze ult, have Astra ult, G are saying we'll play B retake, playing a lot more position passive, trying to crunch out this mid, seeing to see if they can get a late flank off. Makes sense. It's a good
right.
idea coming into
They're
this
gonna be
round.
set up here at the edge of the garage just in case the
Also,
ultimates
it's a
coming
good
in at
counter to the
ground
way Talon
level.
have been approaching the map
Slow
of
up the
going
entries.
mid heavy on the buy rounds a lot.
Double blast pack over. Obviously, skip over that.
They get the Sky ult.
And Texture is not in a position to get a slow orb.
Who took the ult?
Obviously, skip over that.
Why did Pathifan take the
Double
ult?
blast pack over.
Why?
Obviously,
What?
skip over that.
Huh?
And Texture is not runs with double blast pack over.
In this round,
Obviously,
why would
skip over that.
Pathifan take the ult instead of just giving it to
Texture
Fox
is
and
not in a
popping the
position
Sky
to
ult and
slow
getting
orb
info
as
and
well.
going into site for free?
Yeah, but
What?
the position definitely looks like they're just focused
Talon?
on keeping mid,
No.
right? Make sure that we're not caught off guard
What if
by
Talon?
any sort of alerts, any sort of these hidden plays, because you're just controlling A heaven, you're just controlling mid.
BRB after stream, don't. Yeah, don't worry. Gay. Okay, fuck you. Continuing with MLT split 2,
Just
yes.
want sight on B, and then
They
you're
just
going to
don't
rely on
give
that
Fox
Cosmic
the ult
Divide
there.
to go for this retake. You even
Now
have
you
the res
have
from
to
Texture,
use
like
these
you
pieces of
mentioned. I mean,
utility.
that
You
allows
have
you
to
to be a
use
little
the
more
Astral to get into
aggressive
side.
with the retake as well.
Otherwise, you could have just done it with the
Slowed up
smokes.
a bit, but Cosmic Divide going to be cutting a lot of this audio. Push in. Oh, the full blind lightning.
Dude, this is a crazy round from Golu.
What
Also,
is
why did
that?
they fight
Audio.
this here?
Push in. Oh, the full blind lightning. Let's get slowed up a bit, but Cosmic Divide going to be cutting a
The round changes so much if they just play
lot
around
of
the
this
Sky ult
audio.
though. It's so stupid.
Push in. Oh, the full blind lightning. Fast sprays and it gets back. What is that?
The confidence from Lightning Fast just to trust that he's going to get someone.
Oh,
And
my
then
goodness.
Golu just
Well,
goes
Sushi
off with
Boy's
the ult.
spike now
Hands
planted,
on.
but he gets immediately destroyed.
Good
Lightning Fast
shots.
with the showstopper.
Yeah, that's the round is
Yeah,
over.
vendors, but Global Esports is ahead of it.
Why do they
Solid.
not
You guys
give
are
the Sky
dead.
the ult there? What is
Come here,
Pathifan
join
going
your
to
team,
do?
and so South
Right up right now. Just drop that.
So now see,
Quick
G.
debut match.
Okay, G are forced to switch things
You've
up
been waiting
in
to
general
come here, join your
because
team.
this
They
Viper
are
look
fired up
against
right
them is
now.
going to be something that they have to like constantly worry about. Talon should look to change the pace now. Like they should look to change the pace around the way they work around this wall. Like they're not doing that too well.
I mean, you're playing your debut match. You've been waiting to come here, join your team, and so South Korea. Now you're given your chance and you're popping off. What a better, there's no better way to start your career here in VCT Pacific.
Yeah. I mean, you can't imagine. I mean, how the hunger really. Sitting
Really,
back
it's
at
just
home,
that like
waiting
this
for
is
that
really just
passport to
in,
arrive
like
so that you can find.
Pacific.
I don't even know what to say
I mean,
about the way
you can't
Talon are
imagine.
approaching this map. Like this is
I mean, how
a good
the
idea.
hunger really. Sitting back at home.
I don't know why
waiting for that
Alien's holding an
passport to
angle like
arrive so that
this,
you can finally
but
fly
sure,
out, join
I'll
with the
take
rest
it.
of your team, and then get prepped to play.
Like
Double drop that you
even this round,
the
they still have
hunger,
the
really.
Sky ult, so late
Sitting
round
back
something
at
you
home
can do something
waiting
around the
for that
Sky ult
passport to
towards
play.
A
Double
maybe.
pass over here
If that's the approach.
in the
Because
vent.
Talon are not approaching
Fox
this
is
map the
checking
way you
things out,
want it
moving
to.
forward. Hold Lightning
And now
Fast.
Golu and they just got in two free
This is
gunfights, which is
Now
why they
Gulag
won the round till
unfortunately
here.
does not spot money yet, but they're not moving towards him. They're shifting away. However,
Money does
he's
something
nearby.
crazy here, I remember.
Depending on when he wants to strike, this could be monstrous. For now, Moneyette going to be
Like,
nullified.
look, even these
Press
ults,
coming
they
in. The
just
Seeker
use so
finds him.
weirdly,
He
right?
just rushes in for
Like,
the
it's
kill.
just that
He finds the second. Moneyette
they're not
is an absolute body
they're not
count
reacting to the
slain.
comp, and they're not
But
reacting
that's already so
to
much damage done,
what
right?
can
Because
happen against
New
what
agent
GA are
force there.
doing at A.
right there when he really
Like,
approached
at this
trying to
time, you
get the
need a
point.
timeout. Like, I would have called a timeout ages ago.
Have
It's
not.
at least 2 rounds ago.
He doesn't even think about checking over on the
Now you've lost all your ults. You've lost 2 big round-winning ults.
Raptors, and Pat will
So-
clean that round up.
And
Still though.
losing the KO ult is going to be sad because Aiden's one of his Viper ult or 2 of his Viper ult. I can't even see
Costly.
properly.
And Talon, at the very least for Global here, they have not allowed for Talon
So,
to
yeah.
really build up
That's what's going to be a little.
much bank.
Because Aiden's one of his Viper ult. And if you're in a retake situation, you don't want them to have the Viper ult or Viper wards. So, them not having the KO ult is going to be a little painful.
At the moment, just Fox with 2,500.
G react well, take down mid,
well
for
off.
the flank,
Flash
Talon.
out to mid, really
Like,
heavy
I don't even know if Talon
stack to
have understood that
force
they
there from
flash picked
Global.
mid.
Yeah, they do this about halfway through their defending half every time we've seen them so far. Now, they did not see the spike, so they just confirmed that there was no mid presence, so not too much info gained. That allows them to also just safely default back in position. But once again, the setup is, let's just keep mid control, right? I mean, you have the support potentially from both Monette and Batsy to make sure Lightning Fast
Okay,
can
they're putting out
get
pressure
alive,
towards mid,
over
wasting
to
out fuel.
Heaven if need be.
Look at G though, so dynamically like moving around the
Flash
map,
does not
which is
connect.
nice.
Garnet's shifting away, but
Beautiful.
his crosshair placement off as he tries to go for the
Beautiful
reswing. That
trading,
will be able to
beautiful
find Monette, but
reactions.
then Bazzi picks up a second, and that is going to be the spike.
Good
Location now confirmed. Seekers chasing in.
Might be a little early
from the
than I would have
boxes here,
liked, but
has
it's fine because
covered
they've
it.
left gaps in the defense and
Meantime,
ropes and
They're well
mails,
aware
so they're
about
just
this
like, fuck it, let's
flank
pop
coming
it.
through from heaven.
Yeah, and they know where all three members are. The Seekers all died in different positions.
Lightning Fast, he goes aggro, he swings in.
Where all three members are. The Seekers all died in different
Golo's
positions.
positioning on Raze has been trash.
He swings in.
Absolute trash this
Another
entire
Bazzi's back
half.
side. He's able to stabilize, finds one, gets caught in the gravity well.
So it's time
Creeps
with the
out of it.
flash.
Flash for Flash.
I'm gonna
but he's
message
got
him
the
and say
jump.
this.
Bazzi with 4. Brings us now into 1v2. Cruz surrounded.
Malov too
Picture on the
cold.
long flank of
Hello
Back
Dominic,
Horizon
why?
Barrage.
Is that Asher Army Dominic?
Just trying to make sure you can create these angles that are
Oh,
beneficial
no.
to him.
Hey Malov, don't unless the
Doesn't
stream
have
gotta go
time,
study, we'll watch
though.
later. I don't understand any
Walking
streams.
through it.
Landing fast out of syllabus Talon.
Running right on the edge.
Traumatized.
About a
Sure,
second
I mean,
spare.
Fast once again beating.
now Aaron has ult, so if they
Just go
keep
ahead.
playing retake towards one part of the
Aaron
map,
about
okay, no, Aaron likes
Your
to use it
opponents
towards
on the
mid.
side of
How can I
Talon is
forget?
just so good, and this is something that we've been praising globally.
I remember this round when when they had the Viper ult, Vitality just dashed up ramp and like fought them in ropes.
About for his calling.
Okay.
Yeah, see now Golu moves out towards A
Down, I was
because
wondering
you have the
whether
Viper
we get
lurk.
this round or in the future,
and
but they say,
you're
we're
kind
not
of
taking
worried
any
about that.
chances. We already got Thrifty
Yes,
in one.
yes.
Go ahead and pop it now. And I mean, Moneyette.
Amazing.
Something about him and just
Amazing
spraying into
Talon.
mid.
Constantly spraying. I mean, you have two members, and what I love that whenever they do this for global esports, it's Monette who aggresses, not
Techno saying Jai Shri Ram in my phone. Jai
The
Shri Ram
Viper.
Techno.
and Aaron's gonna finish it off.
Yeah,
And let's remember that.
Like what?
this
What are Talon even
is
doing
still
at this point?
operated
Like,
by individual plays as well.
did they not have a
lower,
wolf?
it's a flawless for global with 2 more rounds to be played out.
They had a sky wolf.
As well, right?
Oh, no, is that the previous one?
Any chance?
So good, and this is something
They
that
had a
we've praised
sky
global
wolf.
esports, and especially Aaron about for his
They
calling.
have full raise utility.
Okay. Hit down.
They have full KO utility.
This round or in the future, but
They have 2 mollies on Viper and a sky wolf. But Fox decides that he will walk into the Viper ult and look to find a timing.
just go ahead and pop it now.
Amazing!
I mean, Money-
This is how we should play the game.
Yeah.
Risk of pushing
Yeah.
out with an
Oh my god, why haven't they got a timeout yet?
And then some great individual plays as well from the likes of Lightning Fast.
That's
Oh
great
my god.
rifling. And it's a good point. Hadn't really even considered that we just haven't seen any ops at all. Oh, Quincy hits his head on the beam.
Yeah, Flash does well.
They're
so
going
he's
for a
just
fast
throwing him
zigzag. What?
Oh, Quincy hits his head on the beam.
Yeah, Flash does well, so I think. just
Wait, are
gonna
Talon
throw
not
it
using
off
any
just a bit.
flashes on the
Has to use
execs?
the showstopper to check close.
Yeah, that'll give you
They just used
concussion.
one. Why do they keep fighting for this area? What are they scared of? They have 2 mollies, 3 mollies. Dude, right now, Talon has 2 mollies, a KO molly, potentially a suck, and a raise nade, but they still want to fight for more site control.
The site is widely empty at the moment, but
What?
the global
Why are they
number's
going
not too
CT
far
though?
off.
What does GE
Toss
have
this
that
up
that's
here.
scaring them? They have flank under control.
Yeah,
We'll go
that-
ahead and back away.
They have flank under control. Could have just planned for B main, reset into B main,
Now, of
or
course,
just had
that
one backside.
counter
Sure, you're
Trailblazer
scared
does
about the
mean
Astra ult,
gets to keep control of Alley. That doesn't allow Talon to push off of it. So now they
but they're
are
not
going to have
playing
to
for the
fill the
utilities
site. Now,
though.
the question is, do they go for a bit of a flank here through mid?
It's an answering Cosmic Divide. It cuts the site in half
They're just scared about the
horizontally.
utility dump, sure,
And they're
but you
positioned
still
to
have
cut
so
off
much
anyone from
utility
B main
though.
as well.
Garnet still within the smoke. Do they read this? Fox going to be taken down, and they will eventually flush it. They cut
Keep
Where's the
control of
Kia Molly
Alley. That
going?
doesn't allow Talon to push off.
dog for dog.
Like, look, the utility
Trailblazer.
layer, like utility is just such so just like
Control of Alley. That doesn't allow Talon to push off of it. So now they are going to have to
disjoint
just fill the site.
to a
The
certain
question is,
extent,
do they go
like
for a bit of
to a full
flank
extent
here through
actually.
mid?
It's an answering Cosmic Divide. It cuts.
Also, I'm pretty sure Money leaves this gap on purpose, so he has more to play around with the Astro World here.
The site in half horizontally.
Oh yeah, it is suicide for sure.
And they're positioned to cut off
I don't know what makes them think they can do it, because
B main as well.
they had
Garnet still within the
at
smoke.
least
They read this.
4,
Fox is
5
taken
pieces
down,
of
and they
utility
will
just to
eventually
deny
flush
the
him
spike,
down.
but they still
Casual in the
choose
back one,
to
but this leaves suddenly
fight for the
Sushi
site for
Boys
some reason.
all on his lonesome on the opposite side of the Cosmic
Like,
Divide.
look now,
This is
Sushi
nothing
Boys
to be
Molly
done.
Loki bhi kya hi kar lega?
An eighth round.
Like, घर पे लेके जाएगा Molly वो. It's like
I mean,
that. It's like so disjoint.
VCT Pacific means that he's really growing up to be a very formidable. Has some good experience on it, and he improving himself to a certain amount. But the fact that he's improving every match they play here week to week in VCT Pacific means that he's really growing up to be a very formidable IGL.
Yeah, I mean, already we knew, especially defending side, that he is
Talon haven't been able to do
very
much
well
around this
versed
A
in that
log.
regard.
Like, they just haven't thought about it
See
much
how
in
that
general.
continues as we shift over. And
Texture brought out the up, I didn't see
Milo's gonna have
that.
an operator. Texture's got one in hand, and he's putting it to good use immediately. Sushi Boy's gonna be taken down.
If there's anything that you can really count on Texture for the wall, what can you do when you have a better angle with the operator?
Oh, okay,
Okay.
good hold.
I mean, you're just gonna see a lot of this in general because no team have a
Hold
central
the angle,
shot.
finds Fazzy
Fox.
as well. And I was gonna mention, it was like the last time that Sushi Boys died first, GE lost the round. We'll
true.
see if
Now
it
G
happens
res, you play the res out here at B
Primed a little bit better
heaven.
than they have, and of
Welcome
course
back,
the res
money.
finally coming through.
Now you have raise nade on the
He'll just
slope,
left,
potentially
let that
isolate
flow
on
from
angle.
Texture if he wants to switch to a rifle, and
Shot
Aaron
it.
starting things off with another kill.
Oh,
Nice.
I mean, seeing Aaron wants to push the issue, but does
Okay, hopefully
overswing
lightning
as
fast
no one's
gets well.
coming out of Raptors
Yeah,
to
बढ़िया money.
find that
Nice.
punish, but in the end,
Good run.
Storylines where if you don't
Good
this,
half though, but only if Talon played a little bit
Yeah.
more around the wipe wall and to pressure towards A later on and ended A later on.
Very brutal here. Pacing and
Like, this is such a weird approach here. Didn't also sign like a new head coach or some shit. Like, boy,
was
he's in Talon now, right?
one done in a very quick amount of time.
Yes, I mean, yeah,
Like,
it hasn't been
how
that
much of a
slow.
talking you do once you're
Harder to
9-3 down
Talon always
doesn't help
kinda
you much
forcing
unless and until you're TR.
That has been consistent.
Only
right?
TR in from 9-3 down.
Of records, I mean, let's herb.
It's
G
incredible.
started at the
They really
passive
lost
default.
by far the strongest pistol team here in Pacific. See if they can do it on the attacking
Do you think Golu and Rossi are the best? Hell no.
side. The
Golu
setup
not
right
even
now is
close.
Just to watch out for any sort of pushes over from Talon.
Talon flash towards A, G get blended.
Waiting for pushes over mid. They're
Okay, the
also
one
trying
thing
to
I
beat out
want
the
to show you guys here in this game more
both in
specifically is the way Aaron actually calls in
all
defense.
across the map. They're waiting for
It's
pushes
absolutely
over
insane.
mid. They're also trying to bait out the utility use from Talon while not getting spotted by it. I love the way they're doing this. Aaron, the only one getting spotted
So
by
Aaron
that
got
0 point
spotted on the
over on A.
flash and the knife. And what are the rest of the GE doing? Okay, so Texture slowed A earlier on to slowed B earlier on to deny control there. No, it doesn't slow. He has half armor and a wall. My bad. Nade and Satchel, which shows that they kind of want to do something towards mid later on, potentially.
Literally both in all across the map.
Because it's interesting to see you get a Satchel.
Over mid. They're also trying to bait out
Let's
the
see.
utility use from Talon while not
It's almost
getting
like
spotted by it. I
I
love
don't
the way they're
like
doing this. Aaron,
buying
only
the
one getting
Satchel.
spotted by that 0 point over on A.
But I guess against their comp, you kind of want to create separation because there's like 2 mollies.
As an update,
So it
prior
makes
to
sense.
this map, 10 and 6 in Pacific, and then if you add the 6 pistol round wins from Lock-In on top of that,
They take mid, just throw flash, bait out more utility.
A ridiculous
Now the
stat
next
for
knife should
just
be
pistol
up in a
round.
few
Yes.
seconds. That Pathifan will have.
quite good. And
Flash
compare
goes
that
in
to
at
Talon,
A,
who's
no one
without
blinded
Lock-In
after the
stats,
wall
4
down.
and 10.
Wall
So
up.
you're looking at a
See
10
wall
6
down.
versus a 4 and
Nice.
10.
Yeah, I mean, just flipped on its head.
Like,
Really.
look at, okay,
I mean, that
the
just
big
shows
difference that comes in between the way GE approached with them with the no sentinel comp and how Talon have approached this towards the no sentinel guys. Yes, it's time for me to be cool. is that look at the way the defense's movement comes in. Like if GE were anywhere they were like kind of blind for info, they would have double pushed a B for sure. Like the one round Texture and Monnier did it. Like and they took over this control and then they came double flank, which kind of allowed them to stack three towards A. Like this, and something else, I think. Like this. Like these positions. Like you would have seen something like that much earlier from this thing. Which is what you expect from Talon in general. Like you're letting GE govern the pace,
Dominance that
but
Global has
more or less
had.
doing nothing.
The setup is good once
Because now they have a knife, plus they're in no position to throw the knife out and get any info because of what position this is. So this is not going to get you any
Yeah,
info.
and I mean,
Plus,
because they got no information,
you've used
Talon
up
was actually
all
so
your Sky
scared to
utility
push
now.
out. Of course, they're playing
So
on
even
that
if you're playing retake
back
here,
foot as well. Now,
and the
because they
knife's
got no
gone,
information, Talon was actually so scared to push
they
out.
clear ramp with the
Of course,
knife.
they're playing on their back foot as well.
Okay.
Now that guiding light, thankfully, buys just enough time for Backup to arrive. Sushi Boys, he needs to stay alive here. Just hold on to Vents. That's all you need
Yeah,
to
that's
do.
what he wants the satchel
Lightning
for.
bow.
Boys, he needs to stay alive here. Just hold on to Vents. That's all you
And people said he played well today?
need to do.
Huh?
Lightning bow. Okay.
Huh? You guys were saying this is him playing well?
Now, if that happened to
Absolutely
we could
not.
say, all right, first time jitters on the stage, but he was playing so well in the
Yeah,
first half.
there's not much excuse for that one, but we'll see if the rest of the team can go ahead and make up for it. Texture gonna
What
lose
is
the front with the
happening?
ball. Garnet's waiting
Absolute
nearby.
clown fiesta.
Thinks about the paint shells, decides to wait. Jump out.
The
multi-tag
timing is
down to
bad
two. They're running out
on
of
the
time. They have to
flash.
get this plant down. Cruz able to find an elimination.
And it's also
Garnet
shut down.
That obviously
Huh? And you guys said Golu was playing well? Absolutely not.
hurts, especially in a single duelist on a map like Split. Not many other ways that you can get through. Goes just a little too far forward. I think his paint shows he intended it to really land back at the door, and it just kind of lands on the box there.
बैडलो बाद में रिप्लाई कर
I think it
बैडलो
was
का
really
मैसेज है ना
the damage
हाँ
themselves
बाद में
that
रिप्लाई
were
करता हूँ
what
बैडलो
he took from the snake
Oh,
bite.
yes, that's what it
So
was.
he took way more damage than he was anticipating.
Yeah, that's got to be it, because he was right at the edge there. Well, we're just going to have to shake that off.
What
now,
do
of course,
G do
just
next? It's a
save
Nico. What are they
full here on the second
prioritizing?
round of their attacking half, going with all
Same approach as
tactics.
Talon towards going was made. Like it just doesn't make sense. Like just farm out an orb or something, right?
Heavy presence here in mid. Just Texture
Because
splitting
going
off
mid
over
here
towards
doesn't really
garage,
give
see
you
if
any
there's
value.
forward aggression on that side of the
Yeah,
map.
Texture goes B, and no one's watching towards B, so you should be able to grab out that orb for free. Which is nice, just to grab out as many orbs as you can if you get the plant, which will be beautiful for you.
Yeah, but it's not actually, because we don't have any
They
stars
don't
ready for
take it.
Munyet. I was gonna say
They
the
don't
single
take the
star
orb.
for Munyet, but it's not going to happen. They're just gonna have to creep in.
I mean,
Starting to walk across, takes a couple
they get the
attempts, but
spike
Sushi
down?
Boys will
Probably
find
not.
2 kills in the end, gets himself a third
Not
as
a good
well.
approach. Again, it's the same thing that I was telling you guys. It's a free shutdown. Like you have 0 stars, you have no utility to play around with.
Way here on the side is Aaron, and he gets both of them in the head. Sets
Okay,
up the
luckily they
basket
didn't give him
to
the
do at
ace,
least
but
kill found.
giving
And
Viper
Nico wraps
5
up
orbs
the rest.
in one round
They're
on
getting off
split
the ground.
defense?
Yes, and we
It's
talked
crazy.
about how obviously it was gonna be.
Pretty sure he has ult for
so
next round.
that means that you're actually in okay
No, it doesn't.
position here on Split.
How
Right?
many is
If
he
you
on?
just continue, then you should be able to at least buy enough time.
Just
to
one
get
off,
somewhere
which is
near
absolutely
score, like
crazy.
a 9 to 10 or 11 to 9, something like that.
What a G approaching same approach, just keep getting spotted towards info, force them since they face the same issue that they don't have for central. So denying Viper luck becomes hard. Texture slows at A, I believe, or no slow.
9 to 10 or 11 to 9, something
No
like
slow
that.
at A.
Get somewhere
What
into a
early round
score
utility
like
they're
a
using?
9 to
Just the
10
Viper wall
or,
with
11
the.
to 9, something like that.
Brief flip to Bazzi stats, having a
Oh, G. Okay. G going for all 5 heavy armors and no light armor strat coming out by them. I didn't notice that about Talon. I wasn't seeing my bad. I should have noticed that.
definitely being felt.
But G not
17
opting
kills
for
is what I
the
saw.
Yeah,
light
I mean,
armor
he's
strat, which is
just
interesting.
dragging out. I mean, we were talking about this before.
Like a
the
lot of these
start,
setups just have to
where
be contact
Johnson
setups from
sometimes
Talon
is not
because
the
you don't have
fragger,
anything
but
to
his
play
flashes
off.
are so good today. The frags are on top as well.
Oh, the gun barrel
What is he
save.
doing?
Jump in, gets a couple taps. They are able to exit.
Decent number of utility baited out though.
Liking fast. Very thankful that it's a bulldog on the other side.
Barely surviving, but not really able to inch their way forward onto that,
Ooh.
that site.
So many mollies baited out.
Where they decide to end up
2
now.
mollies and a suck baited out,
Sort of creep up.
which is pretty good. And you've used only a nade a wolf.
Position, fence widely abandoned. Servants from the flash. Looks like he will just go ahead and get
G do this so well though. Like the one thing I will show you guys that I loved about Aaron is the way he like the way he approaches the map. Like look over here, like they've done so much though.
30 seconds, they're actually going to have to commit just one way or the other. You can't dilly-dally up here in heaven. Now that Snakebite's going to buy enough time where they can't possibly rotate.
It helps slow things up, but the spray through the wall.
Because now you just have to go A, and you don't have the Sky Wolf, so how do you go into A side? How do you break these crossfires? The answer is you cannot.
Pretty quick. Lightning Fast getting tagged up midair. Pat able to find Aaron. Landing into the back of
But this is a 3v3 somehow, which is absolutely crazy.
being evacuated, and now they can go
It should
ahead
not
and
be
plant down
that
as
way.
Bazzi looks to offer up some healing to the rest of his
Everyone's back
teammates.
healed up to 100 HP, HP
Well,
armor
they're all stuck,
better than
though.
them
They're going to
though.
have to scurry away. Garnett's with the judge. He wants to take control of elbow, and he's
Oh
good for
my
two!
god!
Good
Garnett
stuff.
off the top rope, able to find two. Bazzi at last minute.
What?
And he's good for it. Bazzi, what did you eat today?
Huh?
Triple
He
kill
won
for
this?
Bazzi.
Crazy.
Well,
I don't
they're all
know.
stuck, though. They're going to have to scurry away.
It's almost around you cannot be losing.
Judge, he wants to take control of elbow, and he's
Oh
good for
my
two!
god! Garnett's off the top rope, able to
Hot
find
A?
two. Bazzi at last minute standing, and he's good for it. Bazzi,
See, guys, I'm telling you,
what did you
no
eat?
secret, but I've given Godspeed the GE lower bracket buff. So, yeah. So, I don't know, VLT, you should be. VLT should be scared.
A triple kill to clutch it.
Hello, Mr. Vashko. Hello.
And
Wait, Manolo, you didn't catch the match
Talon
live
from
today? Bro,
converting.
this match, guys, is at 5 a.m. for me. 5 a.m. I am not waking up at 5 a.m. to watch GE play.
I mean, once
I am
Garnett's
sorry.
got that perfect play with the judge on that raise.
Flank down to 3 bullets even. It's absolutely incredible. I mean, he's getting pressured from the flank down to 3 bullets even.
What?
And with that
These
last
shots are
bullet,
crazy. I'll be honest, guys. Against Vitality, Bazi looked lost on the sky, but he's put in a lot of work since on the role, and he looks way more comfortable on it.
So the,
Like against
yeah,
Vitality, you could very clearly see that the way they're using
the
utility
first
was very
goal
like
of Garnett's
disjoint.
is just patience and
but,
determination.
yeah,
Then it's game
this
sense,
is much
knowing that
better
the shots were coming through
for
the
them in
screen.
general.
But then it's reaction time at the end.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the
No,
full
Bacon's in chat.
package
What's
you
up,
want
Bacon?
in one of your players here in the
I don't know.
VCT.
What did you do for your birthday, bro? I came to TS and I poked you
Alright,
that day to
well,
speak to you, and you don't
so
even
only
reply to
one
me.
rifle
Like,
left
that's
to hold on
crazy.
to, so
The hatred is crazy.
Of it might have changed now that the Seekers are online. So even though you only have one hero rifle, you're actually going to put it on Lightning Fast.
Oh.
If you're going to put it on your entry, this has to be a rush in, right? I mean, you're just
Why
relying on him
is-
getting a kill. Even if he gets traded, someone else picks it up and they can continue that.
What is
manhunt
Golo the
forward.
rifle?
But look at where their money's at. This is like inverse
Ah,
Carmine
they
Corp.
want to
They have
go-
so much money. They're not even buying down towards a reasonable degree.
Oh, Lightning Fast not able to dodge that one, but he gets covered.
The
from
covering
Six.
fire
What?
is there from towards a reasonable degree.
Fast not able to dodge that one, but he gets covered.
The
from
covering
Six.
fire is there from texture, and then he gets applied just in time. to
Where is he
the
nading?
wall.
What is he
Fire
doing?
there from texture. Reasonable degree.
Oh, Lightning Fast not able to dodge that one, but he gets covered.
The
from
What?
covering fire is there from texture, and then
He just
applied
threw the nade
just
somewhere.
to push the wall.
Lightning Fast is surviving full flashes. Name a better combo because he's doing it constantly.
What?
I don't know how he's getting away with it, but he absolutely should not be. Covering fire. Perfect texture, and you know.
What a round.
And now I'm thinking about how big their bank account's gonna
And
be
now
after this one.
money as
I mean,
hell.
yeah, this is one of those ways where they can say no matter what ults they get, we're going to get match point first, no matter what. And Magnet already on the flank. On that
Knife? Can we get a money
on
a
the
knife?
right.
And they are
Ah, no knife.
not necessarily reading this.
Oh, the crossfires are so
Taken
good.
down, and Munyet is a miracle.
I did reply, you
mean,
don't?
I don't think that was the
Oh
round
wait, I
that
came
was
yesterday or
right?
day
That was
before as well to
they
TS,
get
and you
their
one
timeout.
didn't
I think
reply to me.
Especially with how fast they went.
Basic
with just
consistency day one, I
those
feel.
double
Sure, you can say so,
those
but
start.
I
so
didn't necessarily
blinding
like
for
the way he
Seeker.
played at Lock-in
But,
against
you know,
Vitality on
that
split,
was a
especially
double
with this
kill
guy.
start.
It's so mind-boggling. Around where you have
But
one
he's been
rifle
playing amazing
carried over,
recently.
you give it to your Rays, you full flash, and then saved by a bunch of dudes with classics. They weren't even buying down sheriffs, you know, buying to 2100, buying to 1800 to 1600.
Yeah, which they have the money for, yes.
They just were like, no, buying nothing. And it worked.
Oh boy.
I really like this second
Move on
cast
over
though.
to our favorite egg and perhaps
Golo's
our,
a bit nervous, I
team
feel,
over here
yeah.
in EMEA
I
as
spoke to him
well.
on call
There's
today
lessons
after.
to be learned here. Oh,
Nice
Foxy.
default.
The way they set up their crossfires and baits, right? They know that if they're not going to be tagged, someone has to push out on the side of Talon. They have no other way of continuing to gain.
Better out the Viper out by force. Beautiful reaction. Force the Skywolf into it, punish him because you know he can't get aggressive, so he has one position and take away ramp. Nice. Now you can either go do a rope to B split because you know where one guy is stuck, or you can crunch onto him.
Because of the Trailblazer. And the fact that the Trailblazer was used right away allows him to get into heaven,
Kolu
right?
looks
That
lost,
means that they don't
guys.
have to worry about him holding close with something like a Judge.
Like,
But
straight
yeah,
up
I mean, he's
lost.
just kind of contained now, has to abandon the pit. That'll get dropped in a moment. Yep,
Good
doesn't
from
make it
G,
back
though.
in there in time.
Like, very good reaction from
Does
Eren.
go down, and I mean, this tells
Eren's
them
reactions
exactly
and
where
the
he
way he
is. They
calls
know
is
he
just
has to be
absolutely
ramping.
amazing.
Yeah.
Like, the
Didn't expect
12-6
that.
round is
That's
some
for Dren.
even
Now
better
Francis will take
example
it
of
as well. Oh, Sushi
the
Boys
way he
does win the
calls.
fight against Texture. A little bit of hope.
Catching him on the opposite side of that wall.
The rifle is still in favor of Global Esports.
Into a 4v4. Lightning Fast tucked away here. Pings out. Knows that somebody's playing up top. And now Pat doing his damnedest to try to flash himself in through that back elbow. But in the end will fall. Garnets with two. Cruz with one.
There's no way Money has.
Suddenly
There's
it's
only
all on
three.
Munyet to try to finish things off. He's going
Yeah,
for the
no, yeah.
reload.
Oh.
And the Sushi Boys will take him down.
Shouldn't
That
have
they
lost
could
this
pull
retake.
by coming into the next one. So not too. Yeah,
Interesting to see that they go and take site instead of keeping ramp.
coming into
Because they already, like,
Unexpected Munyet.
in this situation,
Texture.
right?
Something like a Judge.
You already had texture up ramp, plus texture had a wall. So, even if you wall of ropes, if you want to, which is very risky, and some teams don't do that, or you wall of B heaven or B male here, and you just hold on to this much area, and you plant open because the Viper ult is here, so this guy's not going to peek anyways. So sure, they can have this thing, but you have ramp control and stuff, and then this ult kind of just becomes useless. So
Yep.
that
King
makes
back
more
in
sense
there
to me,
top now.
Yeah.
because look, like now 3 people from GE just fall back here. Like instead, Lightning Fast can play this heaven angle here, and Texture can just wall off one part, or they can just wall off CT and hold this together.
He didn't come
So
back in
them
the
not
site
holding
last
on to
for Dren.
ramp
Now Benz has
properly
moved in
is
as
a big
well.
problem
Sushi
here
Boys
for me,
does win the fight.
which is something I don't
Somebody's
like.
playing up, but to try to finish things off, he's going
Oh,
for
the
a
reload!
And
Oh.
the suit directly.
Few rounds at 11, right?
The attacking approach is a little questionable from GE in general, I must say.
Look at their money. They're still
Not
fine.
approach,
He
but
is
the way
so,
they
so
certain decisions they
off.
take, like especially this one, especially what Golu's doing is very weird.
Absolutely
Not the
insanity.
calling in general.
The
Calling's
Sushi
good.
Boy's going to be driven forward, takes a little bit of damage from the paint shells.
So now they just cannot decide to
Trailblazer,
pressure this
yep,
guy. This guy gets
minimizes,
stunned.
the
Golu
fight
should
as
get a
well,
free
and
kill.
Lightning Fast pushes up to find the kill.
Traded.
Yeah, there is going to be good cover and trades from Pat, though, but
We've traded the
that doesn't- they
Viper, which
still
is good
lost
for
their
you.
Viper, right? So a crucial
Because now they have Astra ult and they can pivot into
agent in
somewhere
terms
with the
of
Astra
simply
ult.
buying time in a certain section of the map.
But Sushi Boy's dying
Ooh,
first.
statistically, that does lead to some wins here for Talon.
It's looking good.
The win conditions have been met. We're on course for another victory.
Just that sacrificial lamb. Aaron now going to be tucked away. 2 people getting ready to push in. Do they
They suspect
read
it.
this?
Sure.
Looks like the answer's going to be yes, but Aaron doesn't suspect there's a second.
Yeah,
But
I
G
mean,
just
Pat,
pivot, which is
trading in
nice.
mid, trading in A, he's doing the most he can.
No, you didn't need to burst out the
Oh, boy.
smoke. What? Oh, this is the 1 year round where he jumped.
And trading in A, he's doing the
Oh,
most
this
he
is the
can.
crazy 1 year round.
Oh, boy.
Oh!
How does Munyet win that?
Well,
The man's pushing out. He jumps over the showstopper.
super jump, but then he jumps over the show.
Like Mario jumping over a bullet. He's gonna
The
try
thing
to
is, if G play this way, right?
Will get
Like,
one.
they're making so many plays which are such coin flips. Like,
That
that play is such a coin flip.
finishes
Like,
the job and
it either happens or it
brings
doesn't.
it to
Even the
match
same
point.
Golu run where he's up A
William,
ramp,
what
it
in
either
the
happens or it
hell?
doesn't. And
here's-
once you start,
Either way, it
and for them,
looks-
they were lucky enough that this is happening. They're lucky enough that Moni is able to get
And here's the
2
thing,
in
if,
that,
you know,
like
people
one
barely
and
scrape
avoid
by
the ult.
wins, maybe we joke position
But yeah,
we're in, and,
just weird.
and here's
Let's talk about this round is my favorite round that I saw. It was also the only round that I saw, which I liked how the way Aaron was calling around this.
wow.
You do the same lurk
and
setup at
shotguns,
A, just keep
pissed.
switching it
oh,
up.
yeah,
Ideally, I would have liked to see them put some lurk pressure towards B with the Viper and the Sky, like old Liquid style, where you make this a straight wall.
I mean that.
Sorry. As you can tell, it's been ages since I used this. You make this old Viper wall that these guys used to make. Liquid. And you also put down your Viper smoke here. And then you can kind of use a Skywolf to start clearing out this information and get more space here. And you kind of, and the problem with them at B is for them to be able to play B and gather info, because they more or less have to play contact, can only happen from this side of the map if the Viper wall is used. So once the Viper wall comes in, and if there is not a gap at B heaven in this angle, right, you can just start putting pressure in this area and keep getting this deep line for free at the start of the round. And all of that is a problem because there is no sentinel on the other side. So G could have done something like that, which is what I would have done. I would have set a
That
timeout
is something that
to
tilts you
move the
even
Viper
just a
look
little
set up
bit, no
towards
matter
B.
what position
But
you're
yeah,
in.
this rigidity is
And here's
not
the thing:
rigidity, but yeah.
if they were barely scraping by wins, maybe
When does the SEM end? SEM ends April
we
24th,
joke about okay,
and I'm flying out to
maybe reps are
somewhere
coming
on
into
the
play. But the thing is,
26th.
even without that, they've had such a good lead, and on top of that, this is just salt in the wound.
Yeah, some of it is very individual based. Imagine Oxygen Garage that was what is it because of that. I'm just joined the perfect round, I guess. Yes, this is the round I was talking to Rio about
Maybe
as
reps
well.
are coming in.
So
Oh, yeah, I mean that is something
this
that
is
tilts
just
you
G
even
just
just a
like
little bit, no matter
chilling at
what
the start of the
position
round.
you're in. And oh yeah, I mean that is something that tilts you even just a little bit, no
Sky
matter what
Flash
position
mid,
you're
passive
in.
default just as they've been showing.
And here's the
Knife
thing:
at A,
if they were barely
but
scraping by
but instead of
wins,
getting spotted at it, usually Aaron will get spotted at it, but this time he's not getting
maybe
spotted.
we joke
Sky
about
Flash
okay,
should
maybe
confirm
reps
his
are coming into
presence. He
play.
gets
But the thing
spotted with
is,
the
even
Sky
without
Flash.
that, they've had such a
He
good
still has
lead,
his
and on
utility up
top
to
of that,
keep
this is just salt in the
putting low
wounds.
pressure. G
Yeah.
react take mid, right? Now they'll cut noise
Oh
at
boy.
mid again
Well,
after they've put out this much pressure,
another
right?
stinger here in the hand.
Because you're already baiting out this one Viper
Sushi
fuel
boys.
from them defensively, and he only has one molly. Keep throwing
Looking to flush
utility.
out any kind of vent pressure.
See if you can force out more reactions. See
Yeah,
if you
and
force
I
out
mean,
something like Talon being this passive on defense
you have
is
Cruise with the
so
1.0 on
bad.
Cosmic Divide,
Like
but they don't
not
have the
having any
firepower to
reclears, not having
confidently
like
push out,
not taking
secure a
up this
part of the
area
map,
is just
and
so
then
bad.
secure the ultimate orbs. I mean, you look at the map; they're playing so far
Now
back.
G go
It
back
is
A. Now it's 1 minute. You know that there is the next knife
they
is gonna
have
be
the
coming up
perfect
around
pick set
soon.
up, but they
So they
don't.
come out,
I
show
mean, they have
presence
the
towards A, but they don't want to end
welcome
here.
man
They just put the smoke up, flash through, and the wall should be up as
for
well
the
by
way they're
Aaron.
positioned. I mean, they're flooding A site. They have a member in B site.
Yeah.
You're just trying to
So
hope
they've put pressure.
that
The
you
knife
win your
spots
duels
one,
when the entry
spots
happens
two,
on the side
sorry,
of Global
and then
Esports.
they reset immediately. Right? Till now they've done very well to keep the Talon casting, and Talon are not like doing anything.
Slowed down.
I think the pings are for the Astra ult, that this is the Astra ult they want to use and take B, which is good. Like I really like the way teams use pings to communicate
40
ideas
seconds
sometimes.
remaining.
But the fuck up for GE comes in at this point.
Wall just cut off
Like there
vents.
comes the wall.
Start storming their way
Okay, they go in without the Astra ult.
in
The smokes come
towards
in.
heaven.
Okay, where's the fuck up? The fuck
Slowed
up is
down.
that
Entry happens on the
over
side of
here
Global Esports.
at this point. I'm sure they didn't hear it or something happened, but Fox flashes A main and clears out the info.
Slowed down. 40 seconds
And even
remaining.
on this, like GE don't react instantly.
Wall
They
just
take a
cut
little
off
time
vents.
over
They
here.
start storming their way in towards heaven.
Like by this time, like the spacing here is a little trash.
That's getting cut
And
off.
also Monet's solo beam in is weird. So he's gonna be slower as well because he has to clear more and more and there's no trading.
Damage really taken.
And also
That's
like
getting
the
cut off.
Viper is back in time to molly
Coming
them and
back
stop them
away
here.
from the paint
And now they
shell.
face the KO ult which
Damage
hits them
really
as well.
taken.
So this reaction's a little slow here,
Themselves
but the
in.
way Aaron uses and pressures out the map is really
Ultimate
good. And it's something that I
outburst.
really liked
Feels
from
like
the way
fast
they did.
quite quickly. Last pack as well takes Aaron down to a sliver of HP. The second
Oh!
one intercepted.
And
High
then
texture, but
like
Aaron
they just in the
despite
gunfights which
having
helps them a
3
lot.
HP managing to find a kill.
They know where he is. Oh,
Pat now
None of
needs
the
a win.
Money
I think
3
he
creative win
cannot,
out the
but
round.
he wins.
But yeah, this is pretty interesting. Hello Rio man. Hello, just popping in. Welcome to the stream, guys. Like the stream, subscribe to my channel, and yeah, Babaji can Canada में हरियाली मिल रही है. Whoever is worried about me getting हरियाली in Canada, please do not be, because I don't smoke weed at all.
Sick.
but then now you
That map, yes, I ditched the jacket. I felt like I looked like a Bible salesman wearing it.
that also
This casting duo is pretty funny. I will not
map
lie.
was
I really
very
like
so
Bill.
totally
exactly.
understandable. It is actually kind of warm here. I actually wish I had taken my
I
jacket
really
off.
like him.
Back of
This is just the highlights.
to take control of elbow and he's different.
Like this. Like okay, think about the rounds that they won purely based on their asses being saved by stupid shit. That Golu up A ramp, he just full flash, run and gun, that's one round. This Bazi 1v3. This Monnier just getting 3 on that round. Monnier's ace. It's all because Talon are just fucking up and they're picking up on that. This is nothing close to the GE we saw against DRX or that level of discipline or that level of ideas. Like this is a massive deviation from what they should be playing as, but they still make it work. Yeah, Achilles and Paperthin were really good in VCT Korea before as well, and Will being added to that is a different taste. Yeah, Paperthin is different. I'm gonna sleep. Good night. Good night. Imagine no season gun. Yeah, time for map 2. Achilles used to be an Overwatch League Arsenal. Oh, didn't know that. Pretty interesting.
Slayers. I know what this guy's capable of. You know, whether he was on Crazy Raccoon or on Slayers, I know what this guy's capable of at his best, and it is a high ceiling.
Yeah, I mean,
Kid-
I definitely agree with
definitely
this.
showed up straight off. Did talk about
Slayers.
Who
I
is
know
this
what
guy? अच्छा, okay, I thought there was someone Indian.
Another one.
एंगल से मेरे को लगा कि एक सेकंड के लिए कोई इंडियन है.
hero. It was
You know, the movement's supposed
actually with the fans.
gonna be a push up here. So you can see there's an Astra Star in here and in there.
This is weird. Like Talon just keep doing stupid shit.
They had some like
Yeah, this guy is so. And at the end of the round,
print a poster size.
seeing every. I saw some really good blast pack.
Both of them have.
Both of them, right? I allows you to really kind of double team with the Jet and play a bit more aggressively. You can this Talon, they're showing the comp that DRX started to show off with the Harbor back at lock and the big
But maybe then he just came from Overwatch, so they support Kapevasi. Makes sense.
difference being
Makes
the Sky
sense.
and the
I mean, that
Sova.
also adds a different element, like, you know,
The Sky
because they understand the player lore and what they come
allows
from.
you to really kind of
So
double
that
team
kind
with
of
the Jet
adds
and
like a
play
cool
bit more
twist
aggressively.
sometimes. Which is why I also really,
Clear
really
both
like
walls of smoke as well.
watching
Well,
like Slideshow and all. They also like were Slideshow and Brand and all were Overwatch League casters as well. So they kind of understand that part of the game a lot more. That game a lot more. So kind of like certain players who've come from Overwatch League, like Baby Way, they used to speak about it. Certain players like that they can talk about. It's pretty cool
oh, the
to see
Sova
sometimes.
Today in his comes out here for Texture.
Let's see what happens in the
Saying
pistol
something we
round.
hadn't seen before. Looked quite good. Now he
SK
comes out
Rossi.
with the Killjoy. So first Sentinel appearance for him here today.
I don't necessarily like the Killjoy, this comp that GE are playing or Talon are playing on
See, there's a couple other people who are
Icebox.
nearby.
I think Icebox without a KO and Sova is just so bad to play at.
Now looking to
Like, I
join.
just don't
yeah,
necessarily
but
like
look at
it.
the setup once again, right? This is what I was
Talon
talking
going
about.
B,
East
while
side is
GE
purely
have pushed
taken
up
by the double
A,
team.
good
Fighting line has been
reactiveness,
the
setting
Jet
up for a
peeking
5-man
out.
B
Now
retake.
Aaron just has to stay alive.
Little bit
and
of
they
plant denial with
purposely
the
left the site
mollies.
entirely
Nice
open.
shot.
And right before that wall goes up, Aaron getting line of sight, manages to go in. Takes down Garnet.
Good molly.
A lot of firepower.
Good
Left
damage
on the
done.
ground now here for the side of Talon.
Ooh,
Surely
bad
you
turret.
suspect, yeah, that someone has come to the flank, but can they be ready for it? I mean, if the timing's right, Global Esports, they should strike from both sides at the same time.
Rossi backing away. They look like they wanted to use
This
this
wall
bomb
up is a
instead
bad
of
idea
Mazzy
here,
picking
no?
up two
Because
But can they
now
be
the
ready
turret
for it? I mean, if
is
the timing's
the
right,
turret,
Global
the
Esports,
crossfire,
they
the
should
turret gets
strike from
broken,
both sides at the same time.
Rossi backing away. They look like they wanted to use
and you
this
force
dog, but
fight
instead it's
this, and
gonna be
Bazi just
picking up
gets
2
two.
kills.
I think it's a good call, right? You don't want to get caught with your hands out
Good
just trying to
retake
control
from
the
GE.
utility. Meanwhile, Cruz just trying to hide.
Yeah,
but
the
gets
wall
caught.
up, I don't
Right.
understand it.
Look
Like
wanted
them
to
being
use
here is
this
just
dog,
so
but instead
much
it's gonna be
worse
Mazzy
though.
picking
Did
up
they not
2
have ability to
for the side
fight
of Talon.
for
Ready for
somewhere?
it. I mean, if the timing's right, Global Esports, they should
They weren't able to take
Left on
Snowman.
as
Bazzi picking up 2 kills.
I think it's a good call, right? You don't want to get caught with your hands
They
out just
do. Gee, I like this
trying to
wall
control strike from
here
both sides at the same time.
For the side of
that
Talon.
Surely you suspect, yeah, that
Aaron
someone
just throws in. He
has
just walls off
come to
CT
the flank, but
and
can
make
they
sure
be
that
ready
even if
for
they
it? I
want
mean,
to
if
go
the
in for a
timing's right, Global
like
Esports
they can't take CT,
Left on the
and even
corner.
if they take in
Bazzi
CT,
picking
you
up
force them to
come
fight
through.
you,
Looks like they want
which
to try
is
to fast
which is
track.
very good. I think it's a good idea because
Pretty
he
much
still has
everybody
Cove
getting
left
this
late round
always
to get the
good for
defuse
East,
off.
one on
It's a
up.
good idea
The
from
fact
Aaron.
that sometimes she
Let's try to shift the balance back into your favor.
force by here.
Yeah, I feel like G hate G almost like slash shopping Golem as well. Bro, Split on VCL SA winner will not get Ascension slot. No, I'm pretty sure Split 2 is where the money is or the game is. Bro, Techno is so cute. Like he he did Jai Shri Ram today as well. Like so cute, bro. Okay, so everyone was angry but trying out stuff, and yes, it's a big upset for everyone, but don't get super negative. We got a lot of things to do. Taking this as positive versus split 2 with regards to any other factors relating to the team, be positive.
With the stingers from Talon. Not
I don't know how
everyone,
much
but
I
for a
agree
little
with.
fight down with the Sheriff's
I mean,
squad.
sure, you're
Shallow
sixth
wall
because
here
if
from
a
Aaron.
player is sick or has an
Talking
issue
about
that you
six
play
months or
them,
something,
sure,
but
that's the
the
approach.
jump peaks
But I.
confirming presence at the very least.
Why no Sova on Icebox? Playing solo initiator, if you want to play solo initiator,
Quickly dealt with. Not
given the way the verticality on Icebox work and the way the angles work, Sky will always give you more value because of the way her flashes. Like you need flashes on attack, and if you want to play the harbor, then kind of the Sova
Couldn't
only
find
gets
much there.
kicked out.
And it's Rossi going to be the one situated a little bit further.
Sova on Icebox
Wants to
seems
swing out
very,
too.
very. It almost feels like you have to play it
Better
because
on
of
this. Saber will
the
just
way
put the ball
the map is
towards
made,
him. Rossi goes
or like you have to take it, use it to play Drake A control, like with this recon. So I
for the
don't
push.
necessarily
Oh
like that.
no!
And Rossi does
And I
something
think that
weird
might just
here.
be a lead.
Dude, no matter what happens to Rossi, no matter how old he is, no matter where he's playing, his mouse button or something will just keep fucking up somehow or the
Little bit of
other.
over
And he
eagerness
will
here
forward
in
dash
his
somewhere or the
debut.
other. वो तो होने वाला
Kept
है ही.
going down. The rest of the team
Like
now
no
looking
matter
to
what
hold the
happens to
line.
him.
Aaron's stuck. He does need support, but Botsy not going to stay alive for too long.
And suddenly, we're in a 2v2. Weapons recovered. Sushi Boy's picking up that Spectre. Pat wants to do the same, otherwise still does have the Stinger. Swing out now into a 1v1.
And then this positioning here wins you the round by Manye, which is good.
It's just a matter of mind games. And Talon's going to have... yeah, we'll skip that.
We'll we'll ignore the tailwind.
Bazi gets a Guardian.
We'll skip that part.
They get a
Everyone
Vandal
gets
on
one.
Manye.
Everyone gets one.
Pretty good.
Still quite a bit of spending on both sides. I mean, you can see Pat down to 1,000, 1,200 for Sushi. Everybody else on the side of Global as well, putting in quite a bit of money. Only Texture with that Spectre in hand, 2,000.
Yeah, so Talon just poised to make sure
What the
they
fuck,
can
BLT lost
either
against
buy
TR here.
full armor and weapons or half
They
armor
lost
with total
2-1.
utility in the
They lost
next
13-11
round.
after being up 9-3 at half. Nice shot, Manye.
It's a quick and easy swing out.
Okay, at
16
what
HP
point do you draw the
elevated
line
going
between
up
aggressive
with
good
Bazzi
and
a little bit.
overpeaking
They can
bad?
go ahead and peel that away.
Because to me that is
Yeah,
overpeaking
they're
bad,
gonna
especially if you have the
that.
Vandal.
That's exactly what they do. Back
Because
to
here
Swing out, 16
he is
HP though.
full armor
like
and
when he takes
weapons
this
or
gunfight
half
and if
armor.
he loses this, he's given them a
Go
Vandal,
ahead
which changes the game completely.
Fantastic timing from him.
Utility, you know, you're
But yeah, still good round.
Nice casual little swing out here from Munye to find that first kill of the round. Gets healed up and then goes right back into the front lines. Still though, some good sheriff
I don't
over.
agree with that necessarily.
now they're set up for their buys. They do complete the lockdown as well for Sushi Boy. So
They take
this is
mid.
a chance to finally turn the momentum
Texture
around
pushes the
on
alarm
the
bot
side of
late.
Talon.
They want to
do
break the
run
central
early control
utility.
mid
They get a
and
early
a kill
gunfight
for
and they lose
Garnets.
the round.
Very nice.
Lose the turret.
It's not
But Rossi pushes
setting
out
off
A,
that
which is
turret.
good. Like again, like
Goes
GE
for the
always
first,
react.
finds
They
the
always
kill
take
for the
space, which is
KJP
good.
Dylan. Oh,
But it also comes down to
Pat
taking
just
individual
barely did
gunfights a
not see
lot,
Rossi
especially
there.
in this case, which I
He's
don't
able to
necessarily
just
like.
ADS
Like,
in
not
with
as
the
much as the
headshot.
split that happened,
Yeah, but this is
but I
gonna
really
be
like the fact that
something
Rossi just
Boy
doesn't give
have
up this with
ability
like a
inside of
lot
the
of
jet,
space, and he
right?
just keeps
It's
holding this
something
with
that
Bazi,
need flash with the guy
which
who
helps
lies, set
G
up your
maintain so
jet.
much more
And,
map
you know,
control.
be prepared to
Because
provide some
now,
backup
if
from
if Rossi doesn't hold this line and play this aggressive,
any
Talon
position
get into side,
because of the way
drop
that
the killjoy ult, and
he
force
works.
out a
I mean,
retake
he's
situation.
quite a bit of distance
But
on all
G,
of these.
like Rossi being this aggressive,
I mean, we're
forces
seeing
Talon,
a bit, and
like he
our
can
most
still take
recent
one
Icebox
extra
game,
gunfight,
EJ
and they
being
can
able to
fight
push
a little bit
forward.
more. Skylt is a little too
Immediately
early, because
picking up
given the
the
fact that
red,
his
so
wolf just got
here.
broken, so you kind of want to use it more
Got 30
reactively.
seconds remaining.
Like react,
Confirm that
they
there
could
is
have
enough
saved it, I guess, for the
presence
retake if they
towards
wanted to,
EJ's side.
because
Still
here
though,
also they
not
don't find
enough
much
for
value out of
Texture
it. Like they sure they
to
just know
move
that
and
लोग A के बाहर है, but वो तो पहले से ही पता था.
Now,
Rossi at A,
doesn't
very
have the best
patient,
of
which is
weapons.
good,
Oh,
gets
I
one
was
good
gonna say
kill,
not the best of weapons to take away the lockdown, but
dashes
he's gonna
out.
wait patiently for a kill.
Pretty nice, he's done pretty well
kind
here.
of needed that. The longer that he stayed, the more reliant he was going to be on needing that dash to be able to get out and avoid getting detained. So
Flash comes
just
out,
pop that.
keeps
No
swinging
spray
out
through the wall to
backside,
try to
good
interrupt.
shots.
Disrupt this, but Rossi now on for an ace.
Oh, he wants it so
In
bad.
his debut map, what a way to jazz somebody up. This would certainly be it. The push out and Bazzi steals it away.
Come.
Can be upgrade.
I mean, this is one of.
Oh, it wasn't even ADS, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's just primed and positioned, and I mean, this is one of the advantages for the Guardian. I like that you know you question why do you're not going to spam through the wall. You have a Guardian, but he gets the guaranteed kill over, and I look down after.
What is Rossi?
Advantages for the Guardian. I like that you question why do you're not going to spam through the wall. You have a Guardian, but he gets the guaranteed kill over, and then he's still able to clean house.
What did Rossi
Down
say?
afterwards, and Bazzi's still just having that. He gets the guaranteed kill over, and then he's still able to clean house.
That
I look down afterwards, and Bazzi's still just having that nervous smile.
funny guy,
of
SK
like,
Rossi.
uh-oh.
I'm going to draw the ire of all of India.
G. I don't like how aggressive Money is
Everybody at
playing
that
here
watch
because it's a
party,
forced
yeah,
A
watch
reaction
party.
because he just threw down like
Booing
3%
Bazzi,
utility
but
at A.
quietly cheering on Global.
pacing is a little off by Talon. They
Well,
don't
I mean,
scale out much.
Fozzy
They're
surely
scared to take these
one
fights at
of
A.
the spearheads today for Global as they continue to look like it might be a swift victory finally as they try to go for their first win
There's
here
no
in
way he
Brazil.
dashes top screens.
Roping across. This will have been heard.
Look at the
and now
pacing.
spotted.
Look at the
Guardians
timing is
dropping
so
down
off
just
here.
in time to avoid getting,
Like,
Oh, the bite.
eating any damage.
the
The bite
scaling
now
just
zoning
seems
them
weird. I
back.
guess they're
It's
scared of the
vulnerable.
double wall,
Gets
which just slows
headshot,
them down so
gets
much.
killed. Well, yeah, can't quite adjust to find the second, but then the dog comes in, finds one.
Just didn't find the correct
Awkwardness,
timing.
though.
Because, look, right,
Try to go for their first.
for GE
Oh,
to
like,
have
oh.
had the harbor at B,
The
thrown out a
undercrawl's
very
higher for
aggressive
all
wall
three of
at
you.
B that cuts out mid as well on the harbor, and
Of
then
the
to have had the
spearheads
harbor
today for
rotate
Global as
all
they
the way out from
Booing Bazzi, but
spawn
widely cheering on Global.
as they try to go for
to
their first win here in Pacific.
also come to A and
Roping
throw out
across. This
two
will have
cascades
been heard and now
to stop your
spotted. Guardians
scaling.
dropping
Until
finds
then, you
one,
haven't
gets
taken sight
headshot,
as Talon.
gets killed. Well, yeah,
This is
can't quite adjust to find the
extremely
second,
bad.
but then the dog comes in.
Like, sure, you still win the gunfights,
Bring them across the line. There's one gone.
but this should not have been nearly as close in terms of
Yet,
getting the
though.
sight for you.
Oh, spots Cruz. They heard the drop.
Chris is walking in.
And
Banked up.
DRC.
They gotta keep them on life support as they try to claw back in. You're a map too, because here's the thing: they not only have to win Icebox, but they have to kind of get to map 3 to even have a chance to get their own first win.
Oh, Fox looks young. And he's also good looking though. Manuel, any plans of going to watch VCT Americas? If I have break in, I already have a US visa, so I am planning to go for Champions if I can. But I need to see how expensive it gets and how much
Whoa!
money I make by then.
I was gonna say he should have been able to spot money initially. In the end, manages to find him, get that headshot across. See how he continues to play on the entry here for his
G are able to delay them so
walls
much
are
at
up.
A. Like, that's the beauty of
Trying to
this
stop the
harbor.
push from coming through, and that's gonna be
Alt
like
comes
the
in,
now
forces them
best
back,
they've
but at the
had.
same time Patifan's lurked
do
in
they
B, and
recognize
that's the round is
the
over because this
drop?
B luck is almost impossible to beat.
Looking like, yep, grab up the operator.
ये
go
round
to
skip कर दो,
save.
lead throw
Yeah,
दिखता
that's
क्या
the
क्या.
best play you could do, right? I mean, with the operator dropped, that's what could start to hurt your economy. You say, okay, we're already down in the numbers as well. Let's just save the operator texture. He's just in a position where
Could hit a
he might-
timing here.
Yeah, just try to get one extra kill, try to get towards that lockdown. No, he's just gonna play it safe.
Okay. Drifts back across the opposite way. We'll be all right, tucked away in kitchen. So operator held on to. Talon do find their second. This is good for them to be able to find their footing because, you know, we're talking about how bad the economy was looking. And Aaron, oh boy, not what you want to see there.
Yeah,
Complete and utter whiff.
Yeah, he was holding the angle as well, but I mean, sure, the timer was just about to run out. Maybe you were going through your.
Well,
I believe so. Now that split's been picked a couple extra times. One of the right here, and then also with the dab, which I did my first dab because of depth the other day on broadcast.
oh right.
Yeah.
I'm just did Tyler want to get banned? What are we freeing him?
No, Tyler one always wants
Okay,
more freedom.
let's see if I can get Techno or
That's
someone on
I
stream
see. He's so
for G
thoroughly
versus
American.
for VLT versus TR.
Well, obviously.
Never enough freedom, brother.
Talon look to
Not-
swing
not enough
this,
for-
they go
Oh,
out, and
okay.
G just get
Raj,
absolutely
don't expect
demolished
him
for
to-
this because they don't have any utility.
Okay, they do want to stick with the op, so most likely what that means is they want to position Rossi to just hold. Wow, what a just mess of a firefight there, but they're going to position him to hold through a guiding light and then rotate Batsy over quickly so he can gain information either mid or on the other site. But this all relies on the fact that Rossi can get a bit of a forward position and has to be good for his first shot should Talon ever rotate back to him.
Heavy mid presence now. 3 people ready to creep across you towards tube where Texture's the lone member waiting.
Oh, and Foxy
Foxy?
wasn't spotted here through the.
Tube where Texture's
Jeez,
the lone
this is
member
the problem.
Oh, and Foxy wasn't
Foxy?
spotted here through the. Oh, he's actually going to enter.
Oh, dude,
garage.
Techno
Yeah, he
played
uses
before
his
coming
timing.
as well.
But
Which
in
is my
some
point.
ways,
There's no one to cover for him.
yeah, I mean, neither of them know surely of the other presence. Meanwhile, the site is being taken through kitchen. A great guiding light.
Oh, Bazzi! Well, he does crucially shut down the pit. Denies that from being an entry, some entry util onto the site. Texture now spotting. But
Champions, let's go PPG. Yeah, G
Fast
qualifies. I'm actually G qualifies all the more reason to go.
And that's
But-
all on Aaron, the IGL, to try to make this happen. Knows where one's at.
And this
The
round goes
pistols
out again. G giving up too much
executed it. You left,
space at B. Like the spacing at B has been just
you
so
know, kind
weird.
of an open.
That's the problem. Like if you have
Icebox
KO, there's
on
no way
global.
any of this what's
is,
happening
you
at
know,
B
that
happens.
debut
This
map, but
losing this
we've seen
3v5
it
is
from
also
Talon before.
super
They were
weird.
able to beat,
Like the
Team
fact that
Secret on
like
this
Mania
map
gets
once
2
they
here
had
and
selected it.
gets
Secret, of
Talon,
course,
you're
know,
on a
as
2v
we've noted many times, not
3v4
haven't been able
and
to
you
win
still
on any of their map
lose.
picks yet.
Yes.
But Wiley, the biggest thing that concerned me is that Talon were able to get 9 rounds on the defending side. It was on the attack where they struggled.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean,
Talon
surely
is
even their
chilling.
utility usage with their harbor has been improving since then as well. That time it was a lot off the back of the firepower of all 5 players. Today, things seem to be a little bit more in sync. So, Global, you got to start to get a bit more concerned. Now, obviously, this round, they're taking it just a bit slower on the eco. Now, this is all really to set up for Magnet, and he's already good for 1.
He's got 1, he gets the other. Oh, the man's biting the tightrope.
Oh, my God.
I mean, if nothing else, if esports doesn't work out, clearly he'd be good in a circus.
Yeah, I mean, the acrobatics are there. Texture just trying
Reaction
to
towards
find
B
time.
after getting
Making
these
sure that the vulnerable lands on
kills.
him, but not gonna be
They have
able to
Killjoy
play
ult though,
back.
or they lose this round.
Sirte Monnier.
One got caught out on the
Yeah,
Okay,
he
no,
changed
I
the
have
name a little
boiler.
bit.
Yeah.
One on
Minor
boiler and
change
then
up,
they just
cruise
lose
up.
these individual duels. This
Right,
round
they've
खत्म हो
been
जाता है,
following
ठीक
the
है.
Iverson split. Wow. That was great to watch in
Shot.
slow-mo. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I know a
Shot.
lot of fans who have been following Magnet's career all focused
Also the fact that like
on
since G don't have a KO, or there's no KO on the board here, like
again.
Talon are in good
The
positions
way
to just
they've
start
been
using
trying
the
to
sword run
position
very
SK
early into the
Rossi's
round,
jet off the back
and you
of
can
that
keep
stop.
putting out so much pressure towards this B, and you keep denying this area basically for attackers. Like look, you can get such good scaling here.
Really clear on the drone.
Cascade off one side here, blah blah blah, plus already here at B. Now you can shock
Just
that the
on the
Salam
beat
bot
now,
if you
so
here, ready to
looks
go
like
out, break
Wolf
it,
is
smoke
stacking
डाल
up the
के
guy
तोड़
in
दे
white,
इसको.
but that means
So
that
G's
Global's
are
for
losing a
close,
lot
they can't
more
push out too
area
confidently.
of the
Cruz
map
is just there
in
'cause
their
he knows
advantage, but
eventually at some point the jet
the only switch I would have made is I would have had my Killjoy towards A because it's easier to watch the lurk at A as Killjoy, so you can also watch mid at the same time. Here they're leaving a gap in the defense in mid. Where's the alarm bot? Sushi Boys has an alarm bot in his pocket right now for
together,
some
they're
reason
going to
instead of
push
placing
out.
it towards
You
mid.
can see it in the small screen, he's just waiting for
But
them
ठीक है.
to come fight him.
Now if Cruz dies here,
Not coming in, so
you
blind
almost
shots and a
certainly
call
think why is the
for
Viper not? Yeah,
hit Rossi.
you almost go
Now
like
they'll find
just
Cruz.
move
Banana
the
form
Killjoy
gets
towards
set
A. Look,
and cleared. Lockdown will flush them back off the
this is
site.
nice. At
Maybe
Killjoy
Texture
I'll
would
drop.
go for
They
the
take
answer instead.
outside
Lockdown just try to draw the stalemate. Not the beat.
and they
Aaron
take city. What do G have now? G have textures out, so
so
texture
close to
can
getting punched
potentially
there.
try once they get
Pipes.
into here. They'll
Using the
spawn
reckoning just to push back on.
Close to getting
and
chips there.
mollies
Through the
them to
pipes.
deny the rush, which is nice.
All right, using the reckoning just to
And he
push
also
back
gets a
onto
kill somehow.
Snowman.
Money,
But
Wait,
Pipes.
where does he kill Fox? Oh, he killed Fox
Using
with the
the reckoning just to
gap.
push back onto
Oh,
Snowman.
Money, Money
Mm.
gets Fox through
And then
pipes.
G just
Finds
another
Pat. Now
gunfights.
Garnet's dead.
Kept,
Yeah, it's just that this flank utility just didn't make any sense for them this round. They wanted to
good,
switch it
but
up.
now
They
he's
should
there
be
both
switching
in
it
terms
up.
of his aim and positioning to try to bring that back to a 1v5 clutch, and he almost did it.
Rossi looked rusty today, I guess. Rossi's having like zero impact on this map. I mean, he got this kill, one starting kill shot. He's also nearly not as aggressive this entire game. Art Malo Gaming. Hello, Mr. Bullet. CS2.
All right. And
CS2
another
Bullet.
timeout.
Malo, what's about Carmine Cop?
Dude.
They're trying यार अभी देख वही होता है यार guys देखो buy into if you're in esports if you're doing anything buy into the long term vision जब भी तुम short term vision में buy in करोगे तभी तक कुछ नहीं होता है तभी तक तुम कुछ उखाड़ नहीं पाओगे तभी तक कुछ नहीं होता है trust the process which is I literally mean like trust the process
Try to get more secure
this is my first time watching ever go
but-
Talon brother मुझे आपके लिए बहुत बुरा
Oh,
फील
we
होता
got
है
some fans watching their first ever Valorant.
Love from America.
Love to see it. Oh, we got some fans watching their.
You're from the Americas, brother. Go to LA, go to the Riot LCS Arena and watch. इधर आने की कुछ जरूरत नहीं है तुम्हें.
Rossi wins that duel. Oh, and he gets spotted.
And now he's going to go for the updraft. They know exactly where he's at. Is the covering fire going to be good? The answer is yes.
ये होता है ना कि duelist mindset. They texture repeats here to get the trade, which is like crazy, but
he'll take the singular kill and back away.
it wouldn't see many people making that trade.
Yeah,
Vipers down nice and early.
Wise choice from Texture. Just even the numbers, that's all you had to do, because that means it bought time for Rossi to push out again. But this time they have so many
They play
members
this pretty
over on
aggressively,
Bell.
Rossi and Bazi in general, which I
Rossi,
like.
so far
Good
forward.
shot.
This one, he's able to break that line of sight. Now draws out the knives.
Just to scout, make sure that they haven't gotten into the
Also,
site
the
yet.
fact that he's putting so much
Time
pressure
for
leads to
Aaron.
Aaron going unchecked when he
Corners,
just gets
looking
2
for a
for
little bit
free.
more.
They haven't gotten into the site yet. That buys enough time for
Scream and
Aaron.
Nivera के around team बनेंगे तो यही होगा ना. I think Scream and Nivera are still good players.
Pat dead, Hunter's Fury.
It's not like any of the teams are better off. It's not like without without Liquid and without Scream and Nivera, Liquid are like fragging out or their minds are playing some insane Valorant. So it's like no
right
one's
ahead
better
of the last round of
off,
the half.
really, in general.
And that lockdown still in Texture's pocket.
Off of the Blade Storm, that draws out the Hunter's Fury towards him and really keeps Aaron hidden. Just great comms coming out.
Jeff from Garnets. How quickly do they want to push this pace?
Guys, I need to order my
Lockdown's
lunch.
gonna be the first thing used.
Anyone has any recommendations of what I should order?
Is okay, just let them push out of A if they need to. As long as we confirm the op's not here, let's just go for a 5-man stack. They most likely want to try to
They
push
go into
in
B.
further
Texture
as
drops the
well.
ult.
Here's
What?
a
I
lockdown.
This is gonna
don't
draw them
like that
forward.
ult
They're
because
gonna
that
wanna
can
clear
just be
this.
broken if they swing
absolutely.
out.
They're gonna push the corner. Try to get the
Behind
destroy on
Yeah.
it, and they do. The smoke goes down. Texture falls. Plant now getting ready to come in. Aaron gonna be noted. Garnet's up top. Decides not to take the fight.
You almost have more reason to ult here, Texture. Just ult here, secure out mid, and just force them to play yellow.
They're gonna push the
They
corner.
have no way of breaking your
Try to
ult
get the
either.
destroy on it, and they
So they're
do.
forced
The
to
smoke
fight
goes
you.
down. Texture falls. Plant now getting ready to come
This is
in.
why I don't
Aaron
like this
gonna be
guy.
noted. Garnet's up top. Decides not to take the fight. Ends up backing away. And Aaron drops to the low
Chipotle,
ground.
bet.
Also get picked apart.
It's a great setup, and during that
Also,
chaos,
like,
that
almost
extra
now it's like
had
Chipotle
to
is like
hide up
super
there in the
expensive
nest,
and
but
super hard to
he's
justify
gonna
in
have
most
to leave.
cases.
No, he's gonna win.
Doesn't win that fight somehow. Pat able to stabilize the
It's
aim.
like what,
Goes
like
down to
15
38.
Canadian, 15 Canadian pre-tip. But ऑर्डर स्प्लिट टू कोपियम
Be sure,
वो तो इधर ही है भाई खाली है अभी भर जाएगा थोड़े टाइम के बाद
but wins it out. Now Rossi with an operator. What can you do?
जोइस
A
पिज्जा
flawless
बराबर
round to end
बराबर
the half and tie it up at 6.
भाई इधर एक जगह है जो इंडियन स्टाइल पिज्जा बनाती है लाइक कनाडा में तो बहुत सारी जगह है जो इंडियन स्टाइल पिज्जा बनाती है
To 6. Talon, they say in it.
Wow, tied at the half, but you mentioned it, Achilleos. Talon, they looked great on the other side of the map the last time they played, especially against Team Secret. I think if you're Talon, I mean, especially with how things started off on Split, you're feeling pretty comfortable here.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the ever important a more
6-6
They're
half
making these organized calls, which is figure out what roles each person's going to play.
can get that. Yeah, another. If we can get to that third and final map, who knows what it all looks like. We can see Rossi, Garnets right now, fairly neck and neck between the two of them.
Yeah, I mean, overall, I mean, obviously the team score is tied, but the kill board looks a bit similar as well. Actually, just down to the wire, right with the Jets up top.
let's see what do GE do this round gearing up outside A looks like they want a fast 5-man A hit this city goes a little rushed yeah
Even more important than it usually could be.
Recon and a
Garnet
forward
wants to go
position here for
aggressive
Garnets.
takes damage
A very small
Talon
amount of
really
damage
aggressive
on
towards
Texture,
the
but
safe side
he himself gets knocked down at 41. Good return fire. No kill found quite just yet. Rossi now at 33. And Cruz spotting. Just go ahead and get the double team money. Going to be taken down.
oh yeah
Texture.
I want to discuss one thing you almost realize that Talon I think Talon towards the end of the half picked up that the Sky and the Jet play together at all time and the fact they just and once they found that early info they just kept going to the other side
As long as we
Plant now getting ready to come in.
right
Aaron,
because it just like helps them to avoid the operator avoid every other utility right
Sure, but
then this is one of the problems of playing such a jet heavy system is that the opponents if they find out where your jet is it becomes easy for them to like kind of counter where you're going like that's one of the issues that we knew we would face against God's Reign when we played them so in split 1 when we played God's Reign on Haven I knew that given the way they default and you know how they play around the 1 minute clock that playing aggressive or having Venka play his natural style wouldn't give us the most value in general on Haven especially which is why I had personally asked Venka that I want like we've taught him a way to be aggressive without having to be aggressive at the start of the round and have him play for the mid round and basically create like you basically want your jet hidden for the first 30 seconds of the round which is what we were trying to play around him with but it didn't work as well as we could have had it like not as didn't work as well as I wanted it to be so that's the entire point is that you don't show them where your jet is, or even if you show them where your jet is, you instantly pivot out your jet and you instantly switch out the positions. So you need to be a lot more like floaty across the map, a lot more like aggressive to a certain even to take out the next angle and switch positions consistently around your agents. But in this comp, the only agents you can switch positions of around are with the jet the sky and the harbor. So you can keep having a harbor float, and yeah.
Now Rossi with an
To Achilleos, Talon, they look
Uh, I like how Talon played even with their comp. It's difficult to recreate that in the mid round, and they took aggressive space to understand the case of this comp. Yeah, I mean it's good. The one thing I, the one thing that we tried doing, or I tried making, is that you can. Wait, let me see if I can show this to you guys in Valorant here. Like since A reclear in on Icebox or A in general on Icebox can sometimes become hard to take because of the verticality and stuff. The one thing you can either start doing is like start using the Viper wall, Harbor wall early round to see if that gives you any value. Or the one thing that we wanted to try, and I'm pretty sure I've made this lineup for skills when I was coaching GE, is that there is a way to do this. So you throw out a Viper molly from the gap, like it goes something like this. Like there's a gap in this red, like up above in the structure, and it lands on pipes. So that's something we wanted to use to start like cutting off this angle. It's a little similar to what old 100 Thieves used to do, where old 100 Thieves would consistently just keep Omen smoking pipes when they had that Omen comp, which is something that which is something I just wanted to find a way to replace. Like you just keep smoking this and reconning close and keep getting space. So that's the one change that we wanted to make with the way we approach the map.
looks great
So yeah.
on the other side of the map the last time they played, especially against Team Secret.
We'll see if global map.
Yeah, to be missing on risks, and then they came to Pacific. Things seem to be in a whisper round to round. They're
See if they can get that breakaway pistol. Very good point. Bronski obviously waiting in the wings, lightning fast.
Guys, 42 likes. Please, let's get to 50 likes today. If we get to 50 likes today, I'll see if I can stream tomorrow after the game as well. What is the game tomorrow?
Up top, and then the Killjoys, then the Initiator. So,
Also, the
clearly
VCL
both
SA
teams
schedule was a
trying to
little weird.
back and forth, round to round, and that's gonna make
Reckoning
this
shouldn't have been
round
playing 2 days
even
back to
more
back.
important than it usually could be.
This is A versus RG tomorrow
Forward position here from Garnet.
in 19 hours. I won't be able to watch part 8, but I'll be able to stream right after.
Himself gets knocked out at 41.
So we should do that.
Good.
We already saw a bit of this
Windmill
whistle
That's
round.
going to be Bazzi now in a 1v2.
Now, Garnett somehow still surviving with 15 HP, but he's correctly waiting to make this a 2v1. He's just going to play kind of shield or bait here for Pat. I mean, or Pat with the better health, he could try to stand up front as Garnett tries to get the aim with the ghost.
But he's not going to read it.
Side. So Talon off to a good start, the start that they want here in the second half. Now, the way they set up for crews, and these were the kind of things that we wanted to see from Talon, right? Is if someone gets kind of spotted early, then you back out, you draw aggro, you kind of set up and bait for your teammate.
Yo. These guys are getting hyped.
This is a big gamble.
Yeah, they're going to have to, I mean, this is one where they have to get the win, otherwise they may as well actually kiss the half goodbye. It's going to have a huge impact. Now, Talon doesn't go yet.
Well, they do not. Still eat a good amount. Healing is going to be there. Fortunately, they do have that Sky. Shock Dart, second one now used. Drone going to be thrown in as well. Fox just dumping any and all util that he can. They use the pistols to clear the drone, so they still might not have a sense that this is going to end up being a buy. Clear the drone, so they still might not have a sense that this is going to
Not sure I like this molly. Like, what does it do? Just stop someone from breaking the drone and fighting you this side? Sure. For some reason, I don't like the Viper being this aggressive. I'd much rather have him bounce out of the roof from somewhere, like, a little below.
Making this play, finds one yet.
Because it's a little risky to throw it from there.
So 1 for 1 for now.
As you can just see.
Yeah, and the fact that he stays alive, this has bought so much time for Pat to just make sure that there hasn't been a rotation yet.
Bazzi.
What?
Managing to find 2. Garnett's putting that vandal to work.
Someone just found 2.
Man advantage barely.
So I just need to order, guys. Give me a second, then I'll be back to paying attention.
3v2, start rotating around. It's like Rossi gonna cheat forward. No, decides to go with the rest of the team.
Yeah, I mean, if you haven't run into Pat just yet, worst case, he's on site on B, but the correct assumption would be that they would eventually group up, right? And that's
Towards the
exactly
B
what
side,
Talon's
get the
gonna
plan
do, so
done, force out a 3v3 retake. You have 2 mollies, Alarm Bot plus Nano Swarm. Detection is not in a position to help with anything. These guys are going fast. Cascade up.
Hector here a
Want
little
to
bit
tap
sooner.
the spike.
Good for him. Rossi turns the corner, puts a little bit of damage in. Up on the spike, they spray through, they find one. Garnet's going to fall, and
Nice.
Lose it to the
Well
fort.
played. Good
this
reactions
is
from them.
definitely going to hurt, but they do get it done. It's like Vandal's still going to be held by Aaron. Give him that added little bit of firepower.
Aggressive.
as
Like,
well.
look, this is what happens. Like, there's no
Still
KO,
gonna be
right?
held
So you
by
can keep
Aaron.
consistently putting pressure at B
Give him that added little
early
bit of
round,
firepower
and they
as
won't be
well.
able to do anything
Push
about
the
it because
tempo.
there's literally no way for them to stop it unless until they start throwing out mollies or like do something or just keep fighting for you there.
Yeah,
And
I mean, I think
it's
they're
almost always that with the Wolf and utility the way they are using it,
trying to
that
make
the
the same
defense will
call
always
that
lose
Talon
out on
did against them as well.
this.
I think Pat may have been
Batifan
seeing
tries
Pat
to
use the coke here to get
escape,
himself out of there.
escapes out.
Well,
Money
Ace
is
or
holding out
Politik is gonna
mid,
be
catches him. Like, look, this is the difference. G have Killjoy
absolutely
towards A-Lock, you
impossible
can watch
mission
more.
here with
Like, you
the
can watch
eco
out mid
buy
plus you're watching
from
A-Lock.
Talon. Now with the Cove gone as well.
Couple darts from Fox, who's nearby. If he can read the plant position.
Ooh, Malav hello, serious. I feel like this match is a good example of how Sky is a well-run initiative in the current meta. Yeah, it's just amazingly fit in this meta. And this round is the best, Singh is the best. Even she doesn't know this. Sorry. Guys, मैंने खाना नहीं मंगाया
Flash goes in.
और
Won't find
2
much
बजने हैं 2 बज गए
Spot
2:15
one,
और मैं नहीं
but
खाऊंगा तो
gets
फिर
up and off the rope, lands on the ground,
बाल नहीं
stays
काटने
his
जाऊंगा और
feet,
बहुत सारी चीजें नहीं
finds
होगी.
the kill,
So I'm just
finds
gonna order my
another,
food.
there you go, a flawless round for Global to reestablish a lead, albeit likely briefly, as we go into the next buy round for Talon.
Oh yeah, Talon's ready for it. They say, all right, it's do or die time, right? And I like this call because if you start to let things run away or you take a little bit more damage from the
But good round in
Investment
general.
from Talon, see if they can give their fans something more to cheer for, as it's a glass cannon investment from Garnets. Wrapping on the rope, drops down, plays nice and close, scoped in. Just praying that Texture will swing into it.
You have the Sky ult, so you ideally just
Now
want
we
to
have
use that.
Foxy
Look,
making
again, G just can put so much free pressure at B, right? And you just keep controlling this line, which is pretty good.
sure that
Talon
he's on
react
the
by
mix
having
as
the upper
well
up
on
here.
site to just
What do
scout
G
the
do to
belt,
push
which
this
is
guy
gonna be
away?
ever so important. That does mean Foxy
It's just
will
that, like,
also
the
get
problem with
the
this comp is there's not much to throw someone back. Like, unless until you molly here or just keep denying this area early round. Yeah, I think you just kind of just throw out Viper Killjoy mollies here, and you keep denying them from getting this
site
aggressive. I
unless
think that's the one thing that G will have to keep doing. Or in this comp, that should be like a more valid approach to stop them from getting
they
down this much
reposition
info at
Garnett.
A.
So this is a two-person commitment to make sure that A site is practically shut
Because this
down.
way, G, unless and until the Sky doesn't move out B, there is no
on
way
the
for them
attack.
to
Meanwhile, Nanoswarm placed on
kind
B
of stop
default to buy
the.
time should the attack come through here.
Oh, naked the
Whoa!
call
Yeah, that's what has
out!
happened. He just needs to use the molly
They both
aggressively to
just
stop
swing
them there.
together. That's Texture and Monette knocked out. And that's how you even things up again. The push coming in, nearly finding Sushi.
Also, Roshi should have gotten the kill here much
Spotted.
earlier.
Rossi not able to find the kill. Pep
It's
one
weird to see that he
turn
doesn't
back.
get the kill.
Gets the third to boot.
Wow.
Yeah, this is just weird.
Looking a lot better when it comes down to the Harbor
You have
util.
8-8. Now you have Harbor ult plus Sky ult, one of Viper ult.
But the fragging was still there.
Yes.
And now he's delivering on both fronts, which is good.
And now Global Esports, an important round to see if they can solve, the riddle for this operator, or against this operator rather. Now they do have the Reckoning and the Seekers, so good ultimates to try to flush
Talon
out.
just finds so much more space
that
at A
weapon.
though in general.
Hello.
Like you need to start using your mollies aggressively and pushing
That's
them
the thing I
back.
don't
Where
care
does
about.
Texture's first molly go? Does he just not have it in
He
general?
looked a little
He
bit
has
weak in that
it,
regard
but
versus Secret, but the fragging
I think
was
he's
still
okay. He
there.
uses it to break the
And,
turret,
now he's delivering on both fronts, which is good.
And now Global Esports, an important round to see if
which
they
is a
can
good lineup.
solve, the riddle for this operator.
Okay,
or
this is
against
for
this
the alarm
operator
button. Rossi
rather.
just
Now they do
dashes
have
and breaks
Reckoning
the
and the Seekers,
turret.
so good ultimates
Good
to
utility
try to
usage in general.
flush out that
But yeah, in
weapon.
the long run, like not in the long run, like now GE should have adapted and
That's
start
the thing I don't
using a
care about
molly to
this.
push deny this sight line.
Oh, Pat, I mean, aggressive push out. He has been
The one
trying
time they try to fight the
barrage
same
alerts.
problem, they mess up
Run a
at B.
little bit faster than
So
He's good for
they've
one.
let the gaps show up a little bit more. And that's purely
Yeah,
because
and
they're
again,
giving
the
up too much
backup,
space
right? As soon
defensively.
as you hear the Seekers come through and the awareness to
They need
be
to take
prepared
the
for that
space out
potential
somewhere or the
guiding
other.
light, he hears it start to fly in. He dodges it. Garnett, he is set up to make sure that they have to focus on flushing him out. That allows Fox to get this position. I mean, a great recon as well.
Well, getting closer and closer now to that map 3. Talon fighting back fantastically. Can't help but wonder, where was this team in your last matchup? There's the forward rush. Garnett's nearly.
Again, they
They'll
get
find
aggressive
that
at
shot.
A,
Don't read the
and
Sushi
G
Boys
don't have an
also
answer
going
for
to be in
this.
position.
They don't push them
Trying
back
to swing
enough
out,
because
but
they
the
cannot.
covering fire from Talon
Thank you to
is
the
just
composition, and then Talon just
multi-layered
smashed them out.
and precise. Bazzi with a nice shot. Will
These shots are
find one,
crazy
one,
though.
two.
Bazi just hitting some
Oh my
random.
days,
Okay.
and suddenly, we gotta stop
Back to
pushing into
chat,
this
back to
guy.
chat, guys.
Okay.
Back to giving this game
Wow.
full
Okay,
attention.
that was very, very dangerous.
When you play next up, Dominic? Is even tomorrow? I think we're getting OP info like after one round. Do you think it's will have a guys say frustrated to them? Yeah, I mean, if the objective is to keep denying them the line at B because they don't have a KO and we can keep putting free pressure and getting the op at B easier. Plus A in general is more defensive sided because of the way the map layout is made. So you kind of just, if that's their objective, then it's fine. But the reclear with the solo Skywolf and Cascades is still not the strongest because there's still so many angles that you need to cover out. So it's almost like one angle will always be left out unless until you're using the harbor wall or something. So it's just why I think GE will need to start pushing them back at A with using certain amounts of utility. These three sheriff kills were huge in the long run. Yeah, I mean,
Second back.
what all did you deny? Denies are 3 guns for sure.
Suddenly, we gotta stop pushing into this guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Okay, that was very, very
Wait, did they not get the
dangerous.
up?
Roll by position.
Yeah.
Precise
Oh, okay.
pass.
So Garnet loses his op
gotta
because
stop
of
pushing
this.
into
So it
this
forces a
guy.
big reinvestment in terms of
operator not
the
making
round in
around.
general.
I guess you just wanted to shut it down.
Also,
But
just
this
gives
is
him free
also,
obs. Sure,
if
we'll
you're a
take
Talon
extra
fan,
900
this is the
credits
type
plus
of
3
risk,
obs.
the unexpected risk that Talon took at
Yeah,
lock
Talon don't have an
right?
op. They have to buy one
Still,
because
they
of them pushing out this way.
Down formation. Now you force the second timeout, and that's denying a
Wait,
little
no, they got it.
bit. Shut down more information. Opponents like
They had not update in time.
we gotta stop pushing into this guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Okay, that was very, very dangerous. The operator
He
not
didn't get
being
it though.
found yet either, but
Oh, he
okay,
bought
Vazzy
6,000.
doing
Ah,
wins
fine.
also properly, right? Yes.
So, global.
Rounds like shut.
Look at the ults across the board. I mean, you want to say, okay, global, they've got something to work with, but then you compare, and Talon's got 4, and they're not far off
No, but how does he still have 6k though? I thought he
from the
what?
fifth. This is gonna be
Was he
that
maxed
hit
out?
from Cruz.
And so they now know the operator is here, and considering it's got the turret, surely you
Or did someone drop him
suspect
the
that
up?
it was up on that
Across the board.
Barnett's obviously this
Because
setup. Then you
Gonna be
really threw off their opponent. This is the type of risk, the unexpected risk that Talon took at lock-in that really threw off their opponent. So
sure.
it is good to see that they have this confidence to shut it down. But this is also, if you're a Talon fan, this is the type of risk. I guess you just wanted to shut it down. But this is also, if you're a Talon fan, this is
Garnet is 4,700 already after dying. So him getting 3k puts him at 7.7. Everyone Talon is close to more or less maxing out, which is why they drop him the up.
Decent. I'm out.
Fuck,
the
they're
win
close to maxing
is that it
maxing
also
out.
denies
Look at the
It's
ults
crazy.
across the board. I mean, you want to say,
Oh fuck,
okay,
my hair
global,
looks
they've got something
trash.
to work with, but and you compare, and Talon's got 4.
No, they
they're
have
not far off.
2,500.
This is gonna be that pit from Cruz.
Whatever. Plus you get
now know the operator is here.
on each of
Considering it's
them.
got the turret, surely you suspect
2 rounds later
up
they'll
on
have
that
to
box.
eco because let's say they lose this,
Coming out
you still
again,
get
but this time you
19
already have
plus
Monette
5,
planted in the
2,400
Yeah, he's behind him.
without
They're
the
playing
kills.
ring around
So
the
he
rosy at the
still
moment,
should
they
be able to
just
get
don't know it.
one buy off with
Wall
Garnet
coming out.
dropping
I
off
mean, that should
something.
be called. They have to know that he's out there. Monietta's not swinging back.
What happened this time?
Suspect that it was up on that box. Pat's coming out again, but this time you already have Monette planted in the garage.
Yeah, he's behind him. They're playing ring around the rosy at the moment. They just don't know it.
Money
Wall
threw
coming
out a
out. I mean,
cascade
that
like
should be called. They
that?
have to know
What?
that he's out there. Monietta's not swinging back. Given that wall placement,
What?
he has to be in a forward position.
They read where the angle. Surely they suspect where
Oh, also this is smart. I don't know if you guys noticed. This is the old Fnatic adaptation with the Lambot
this
and
came
turret
from.
Protection
inside
just
this
not
thing
noticed it. He was
because they
wasn't
know
front,
they
but,
have
I mean,
Viper
it
ults.
makes
The
some
kitchen hit
noise.
might come through.
I don't know if they read where the
Good
angle
setup
was coming
adaptation
from,
in
and then
general.
Aaron perhaps focusing on making the call to enter the site, didn't catch the very end of it, entering the wall. Either way, maybe they're just assuming that we just ignore it. Let's go
G
with the plan
about
that we have.
Skydog,
be
get
everything.
close info at
They're out in the
A.
open. That's the spike. He's cutting across. Aaron just does not
Oh
know.
no!
And Pat strikes, and suddenly he's going to say, how the hell did this happen? Moniette
No.
around the back should be able to catch him. But no. Second separating them.
Pat, he knows something's off.
He does, but he just can't quite line it up. Moniette will be able to trade that one back. Meanwhile, Sushi Boy's a forward lurk. Much like the Viper and Harbor, both now these killjoys. Narrowly
Ideally, Cruz can just fall off and they can just still
missing each
play
other in
Killjoy
mid.
retake because they
Now,
don't have
very
much
important
time.
that SK Rossi, despite all that chaos, was able to get
And you
some
can have extra men
forward
rotating
control.
off.
here in A. That's the only hope they had of taking over a site.
Because this guy here is waste as
Draws
waste.
out the operator's shot as well, and that does set up for the Viper's pick.
Okay, Hunter's Fury goes across. They do
And Texture gets a big kill here onto
Texture
Sushi
able to find
Boys, so
Sushi
changes the
Boys.
round.
Garnett's expecting this push coming out of
And
mid.
then they take good space inside the
Texture
Viper round.
wisely decides to back away. Knives now.
They pop Blades as well in
Do
this
come
round,
through.
so they're gonna be sad.
Foxy on a hero mission
Plus
to
they
hold
pop
the site on
Sky
his own.
Oh, right into the
expensive
shoulder. That
investments.
last one.
They lost two
Majority
big
out.
odds. And
Probably
Sovalt and
to
Icebox,
win the fight. Garnett's will
especially
go for the
when
blind spray. With the AWP and the Vandal
in this
hand.
meta, the plant
Oh,
meta,
Mike just comes through from Talon to save it. As I say that, Maniac
with
gonna
the
take it
harbor
down
and
the pit
stuff,
now.
crazy.
Absolutely gone, but he
The
dashes right
positioning
in
is
front of
good and they
Rossi.
win the round
He never
because of
checks
that.
behind. A 2v1, a 1v1.
Should have been more
Dashes right in
disciplined
front of
and fallen
Rossi.
back
He
here.
never checks behind. Round brings
But well
The
played
pit
in
setup
general.
as well, but at the end of the day, this all comes back to the fact that Rossi gets control or some form of control on A site, allows them to get the pit down on top of the plant, or some form of control on A site, allows them to get the pit down on top of the plant. And
No, he
that
said I had someone
secures
close, but I
defense
didn't know it was
against the
that
retake.
close.
Texture making up for his previous sins in the round. Being able to close that out for the team.
Cascade towards A, Sky Flash at
I mean,
A, trying to
it's the
get
one
at the
ult
info,
invested.
understanding what the op is.
They get two
At this
away
point,
from
they
the
hear the
side of
drone
Talon,
that the A is
so
being
in the end,
drawn, so this will be reaction and
a
go
very
into A
valuable round
fast
here for
with
Global.
the ults. Yep,
Get
smart
it ready,
reaction from
however.
GE,
Cruz
using the
ready
pacing
to
for
utilize this
themselves.
as the Seekers go chasing. The walls come up from Aaron as well. Looking to cut off that screen's access.
Good
Now,
reaction.
Seekers and Trailblazer has cleared out the first floor of the pit, so
Oh.
they know they're not.
Screen's access.
Now, Seekers
It's
and
good ult as
Trailblazer
well,
has
of course.
cleared out the first floor of the pit, so
Oh.
they know they're not there.
Fox finding one, puts some damage on the Rossi, forces him to exit.
Oh,
And
the snake
it
bite!
right in onto the cove, and it's going to be the shock dart that finishes the job.
Oh my god, the debuff coming in
Then
on
they reset.
timing there. What a good setup.
I guess the reason why he didn't want to use the kill shot is because he expected them to counter ult
Nicely done.
instantly, maybe.
Bazzi,
But
no,
Sushi
you
Boys
have
is
it.
in a bad position.
They flush Sushi Boys out of the back site. Does bring this into a 3v3.
Now you can ult.
Garnett's still wary about a flank in mid. We'll now start rotating over to join in with the rest
Yeah,
of the
that's
team.
true.
Lockdown going to be used. Texture invests this. Bazzi cuts one down. Identifies where Fox is at, but Fox wins the fight. Vandal headshot to go ahead and finish the job. And now they can use this to just go ahead, push up, and finally grab the spike and get this plant down.
Foxy just trying to see if he can get a little bit of spam right at the edge of the lockdown. It does get planted, and no Blade Storm ready for Garnets. They have to work with the operator.
They have one nano to try to bring this across the line, and it's going to be cleared. Texture now, his position noted, but he wins the fight. On to one. Garnett's full HP, and Texture, he does it
Good
again!
round.
Back-to-back rounds.
Economy. And with such heroics from Texture, I mean, sure, spamming through the wall, that seems to be the meta if you're going for these Harbor and Viper comps, but Fox was in line for an ace. Sure, he was damaged up, but the setup here was good on the side of Talon, right? Make sure that the full health can constantly try to force that hatch.
Say, Global's been able to catch you. Moniette fans understand
It's working.
continues to just work wonders here for them. Worth noting, this is the first time I believe that Pat has played a back-to-back agent
Okay, yeah.
twice.
Oh, anyway, there you go. B
That's-
Gates says, how are you? How's it going?
That's about all I got. You
There
had
you
some time over at ESL.
I
so.
did, yeah. And
Oh
I
my god, Meka
studied
bot.
a-
Meka, you wanna come? TS or Discord with me? I'm gonna watch VLT versus TR after this.
a little bit of German as well. Lost a
I
lot
don't
of
to
it
give
now.
many times. This has been their playstyle though. They've just always
welcome,
been for the
welcome
gunfights.
well.
Like so many teams, like
Kind of in shambles for Talon. So they're just going to buy the single
Like,
shot.
look, they comparatively keep-
back,
like you can
Talon.
just keep putting free
So they're
pressure
just
at
going to
B,
buy the
and if you
single
just start mollying
shot.
this angle,
Oh,
there's just free
Pat.
space.
Pat getting
Like it's good control
trapped,
over the
much
map,
like Rossi did earlier
because
with
then
the
it just
Bucky.
forces
This
them
time
to
it was
take
Pat with a judge
more
saying,
passive
"I'm
lines at A,
barrage."
or force them to
Get in
change
there,
the
I'm
way they
gonna kill
approach
them
the
all.
map.
Oh, and
Did
Or
not work.
the one change you can make is instead of committing the Viper wall at B, you start committing this Viper wall at A, which allows you to cross as well, and allows you to put more pressure at A. Because I'm not sure how much value they're consistently getting out of this Viper wall at B.
Creds, right? I mean, again, we talk about some
Like,
of
and
these
how much it helps
economic
them.
choices.
Because whenever they're gonna go B, they're gonna try and take as much snowman as they can as well, right? Because of the way the comp works. Yeah, I'll come. And
You
when
know,
is your
buying
next
the
match? April
judge
29th, I think,
itself
split
is
2
not the
starts, so
problem, but if
depending on
you're
that,
trying
where
to
we
buy
play.
a hero judge, as weird as that sounds, and you know, you're not set up for a full buy.
If you buy a judge, let's be clear, you are not a hero.
the villainous judge. There we
Yeah.
go. You're buying the villain judge. Well, it's not going to come to anything, and he's down to 900 creds for the next round.
Well,
This
and
eco
they
breaks them.
weapon.
Now G have Harbor ult, so you just go for a pace
Never mind.
switch with the Harbor ult.
My head.
Yeah.
Because they have the
SMS
op,
not
and you can punish
saving
that, I
weapon, not
guess.
dying part.
Yeah. Well,
Dude, I so
I
want
mean,
to see an
they're
updraft
still
by Rossi
buying
to
up
try and
whatever
fight
they can. A
towards
little bit of half armor on the side of Pat.
Oh.
Operator. Is
Texture,
Pretty sure
no.
Texture saw him.
I don't think he saw him.
I don't think he saw.
Otherwise, he wouldn't be going for this. Well, now he's very well aware.
Yeah, you just need to push them back at
Out from Fox,
being
gets the
gentle.
tag, gets the kill. Aaron taken down. Nicely done. Wasn't sure if he was going to be able to get anything with that one, but he absolutely does, and that's a big part of the plant util eliminated.
And I like that commitment, right? You have your
Like,
own
this is one of those special
lockdown,
Aaron
you know,
rounds where he just
Texture is
calls out
able to
really,
build
really
up to
well,
his
I
at
think.
some
Or
point
I don't know
before we
who's
go
calling in the
to a
situations.
potential
Like, the way they
overtime.
approach
So
the map
that
and
is what
put
it's super
pressure
Chris Fury to
all
try to get a
across is
lead,
pretty good.
'cause you are
But it's better than A wall, because B wall is better for luck and distraction. Because
desperate to
the reason why it's better than, because they're not able to find much value out of this B wall. Like, they're not,
catch up here.
they don't have a look presence much.
God!
Also, given the
Oh,
way
the call.
how Talon have chosen to play out towards B side, given how aggressively they would like to play it and how GA have approached it, the wall does little to add value to them. They're just using the cascade and roofing and stuff, right? Because anyways, when you're gonna go B, you're not gonna be planting default because of the plant denial meta. You're gonna take snowman anyways, which you can still do without the Viper wall. And the Viper wall at A allows GE to stop bleeding these many rounds, because then that automatically makes it harder for them, allows you to have a much better look presence towards A with the screens cut off plus this much area cut off, and you can walk out here, and also stops, like, consistently they've just been getting this then on Garnet's just been holding out this angle, plus they have someone to hold out here. So when they just keep fighting this, G keep getting forced to commit utility to get this area, which makes that much lesser utility for this and that much lesser utility for post plant, which is why you don't want to do that. That's why you can change it over. Get it?
Combo of Baz head.
Kitchen once again. You just plant Rossi to draw attention on the lurk here.
Crew's trying to buy some space.
Welcome TS after I finish this, no?
Sprays in up top.
TS Discord? Come Atmos TS, no? Dude, can we get Techno though?
Yeah, not getting hit by the dart.
Oh, but Rossi's already.
That'd be
over
crazy.
the kitchen. He's on the flank. Now, time-wise, do they rotate over to B? They're actually going to get around.
Like, Pathifan just has ult to drop here, so
Oh,
Pathifan can just
That
drop ult
lurking
here.
around the back. Rossi with
Also, this is the
blades
first
down,
round that they've
finds
had a
Cruz.
lurk presence and Rossi gets one kill. Also, them walling up here makes it harder for them because Pathifan can just isolate this one gunfight here.
Around the corner. Pat gets
So,
the jump, finds Rossi. Time.
yeah, they ideally want to fight Pathifan, so the best way to do is with the wall down
Oh,
and
blades out, finds Cruz. That lurking around the back. Rossi with the blades out, finds Cruz.
you, like, so you don't put the wall up, which allows you to double peek this angle, and you can also trade Rossi instead of allowing this guy to get cover and drop the
Now,
ult.
a 3v4, the spike. But texture is just.
Tell my sushi boys.
Oh, we saw some good gardening. We saw some good gardening.
This time they end up being a little bit more aggressive towards A. Texture started is a little bit more aggressive.
We
They
did.
put the cascade up, they want to see how much
Go with
space they
that.
can get.
Earlier from both Rossi as well as Baz.
Yeah, so Garner gets spotted, which tells G, hey, he's pushed up A.
Get done with it. That lockdown.
How do G
still at
react
the
to
ready.
this?
Texture now
I don't
just
like the
one
fact that this is
charge
not
away.
using the hover ult aggressively and just going somewhere. They can just go end up B.
After off.
Like, this round would have been perfect for a B fast, because you know. But then it's guess that they have Killjoy ult, so how do we fight against the Killjoy ult? Do we just keep taking CT consistently? That's the only option. Or we have a late
Still
luck and
have that Sky
we
to
play out
support
something
you.
like that.
Oh. But yeah, it's hard. Like, you're not going to be able
Because
to
it's
Sky
weird to see them buy an
support
op,
you.
especially on attack
Oh.
when they have the harbor
But yeah,
ult.
it's
Like,
hard.
that makes
You're
less
not gonna
sense
be
to
able
me.
to go through tube to kitchen with the
Or
operator.
I guess the
So
thinking
hope
is,
was that
hey,
you'd
they're
find
opping a lot,
someone
let's
fishing
get our
for
counter
info
op.
in mid.
They don't have an op this round? I thought they were
Part
an
of the
op.
guard
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
They didn't get an op into this round, which is sad
The problem
because
being that Garnett's once again a forward position.
it changes the way
Yeah.
things work.
There's the Cloudburst backs away. enough to at least check and see if there's going to be somebody pushing pipes. And actually, I mean, Texture takes a
Arbor
little
Ult
bit of
See,
damage.
this is what happens, right? If they would have used the wall at A, you wall up, you can cross over, clear out angles, use the Harbor Ult more differently,
Shots fly
and you
through
just get more
nasty.
space in
Garnets
general.
wanting
They're
to
not able
stay,
to
try
get
to
more
find
space
that
at A,
pick, but
and they're
directly
forced to
forces it
burn out
back.
utility. Like, and with the time run out this low, and the last two rounds you saw they had Killjoy ult, plus they also already had Harbor ult,
Locked in as well.
and in this meta,
Going to be
letting the
invested as
turn
they try to sell this
time
fake.
burn out on
Rossi, the only one
Icebox
who's going to be left
is very risky.
in the site itself. As he's
Like
gonna go
Talon here
back, run
overthink their
away.
minds for no
30
reason,
seconds left.
Oh, I
and they
mean,
just keep
great play from
like,
Global though, right?
I guess did they put the
Rossi,
wall up
the
at
only
B,
one
which is
who's
what
going to be left
created
in the
this
site
pressure?
itself.
I guess that's the only
He's
answer.
gonna back
No, the wall's not even
forces
up.
him back.
So it's only like they're
Locked in
using
as
the
well.
wall to
Going
lurk out B.
Great play from Global.
this, as the counter swing in, they will take down Garnets. It's a lone member on A, so the fake
So yeah,
sell
that's why
did
this
work
fake
out.
sells
Bazzi now
out.
has to exit though. Looks like he will be able to make it out for the man advantage.
Have to make sure that Sushi Boy stays alive for that alarm bot in mid. Otherwise, they're gonna have to worry about it.
Aaron getting some revenge for the early death previously. Does get pinged. The drop down comes in. Fox able to find one and somehow doesn't take any damage in that exchange. Shock dart to try to clear things out. Gets rid of one of the nanoswarms, the other one lobbed in. And he does manage to take it down.
Good line of
And
protection.
one, he's gonna go ahead, holds it to half. Has to back away. 7 HP remaining, and Bazzi says thank you very much.
And but PT, the Nanoswarm,
Handle from Garnets.
Base switch has to
Sheriffs
come in
across the
this
board.
round.
We've seen
Has
both
to come in.
thrifties here
Yeah,
in this map
obviously.
thus far. Can one happen now miraculously for Talon to take us all the way into OT?
okay, so
Like,
Global
look, even when they're
Esports
taking
know
B
that
main,
every
right,
time
the
on
Viper
any
wall is
build
not
they've
being
had Pat
used.
try to
So
push
this
out,
Viper
they
wall
invest
is
a
more or
lot
less
to
just
make sure
dead.
that doesn't happen.
Like, you're not getting anything out
Now,
of it.
that doesn't really sign good news for
Who
Talon.
do they give the AWP
Map
to? Or
thus
do they
far.
just not take
Can
in
one
general?
happen now miraculously for Talon to take us all the way
Surely you
into
give
OT?
Texture the AWP.
Okay, so Global Esports
Surely you
know
give
that every
Texture
time
the
on
AWP,
any build
pop
they've
the
had
KO.
Pat try to push out, they
Texture's
invest a
lurking
lot
this
to make
round.
sure
The
that
only
that
round that they
doesn't
want him to
happen.
be together.
Now, that
Texture
doesn't
just
really
takes Killjoy
sign
ult,
good
drops
news
the
for
ult for
Talon
free.
because
They
again,
don't
the
have
lever
anything to
base not
break it.
there.
They just win the
Many
round
kill
for
for
free.
Pat's a reckoning. Same for Texture, trying to get a lockdown. Nano spotted. Aaron interrupts the plant just to go ahead and clear that one out. In the meantime, swing around the back. Texture going on the lurk, trying to catch anybody moving out under tube. Ooh, and breaks line of sight just in the right. Oh, but yeah, I was gonna say
Texture
in the
gets
right
caught
time
off
to
as well.
avoid seeing Sushi Boys, but then Garnets is right around the corner to get the elimination.
G
Now
chooses to
Aaron
fight the
hesitating for
flank.
the back flank.
Rossi gets one.
Yeah, Rossi one.
Bazzi gets
Bazzi with
one.
another. They're just trying to inch forward and take down Cruz. And with that damage being dealt, it is just Fox now with that Vandal in hand to try to
And then
kill
they're
off
still
4.
disciplined enough, reset into
Oh, look at their
positions, use the
positioning.
wall,
They're not
give him
taking
yellow
any
to take off
chances.
if he
They
wants
just
to go to
flip it
yellow.
on its
But
head.
he
Run
does
to the
not
hills.
care,
It's
and
not
just
gonna
wants to
matter.
fight.
It's not gonna matter. Fox.
So it is pretty interesting in the way they've approached like this thing, but it's not something that I would like my team doing in general. That is what I feel about it. Venka, you here? TS का Matmos, no? I was in FT with Sau. Tell Sau to come TS now. Wait, do they have PCs? Do they have the PC set up? Because you're telling us they haven't set it up yet, no?
Connected. Channel switched. %, run it up, bet. Disconnected.
Okay, what new were VLT trying today? It's called throwing. They're practicing how hard can they throw and how hard can it be caught. I don't know, man. They surely have an approach in their mind that I don't understand. It surely is interesting.
Hello,
Gang, gang.
gang, gang. Brother, I just woke up. The fuck just happened, bhai?
See, at first you need to fix your sleeping schedule.
No, no, no. My sleeping schedule's fine. I'm just tired after school. I watched the G match. मैं इतना खुश हो गया. I just passed out.
Yeah, na? You almost started dancing, na? In G1.
मैंने lightning fast को देखा यार रेस पे मेरा पैंट में गीला हो गया.
Shut the fuck up, bro. Like, what? Yeah, what did you hear? What you sent me on, what you sent on chat?
I can't. I don't think I can say it here.
So text me, na, Chomu. Bro,
Yeah,
11:10
I'll
review
poke you.
time. Do you guys just want to review that? I'll say it's just WhatsApp me.
What happened? Why is everybody saying 11:10?
You didn't see that round?
Bro, I didn't see any round.
Oh,
I just
bro.
FaceTime Sahu after the game. I was like, proud of you, bro. Love you.
Wait, wait. Bro, Sahu tweeted out saying, "Can I have the riot buddy now?" Bro, nah. Like
Tooth है भाई.
that's crazy. Are you watching my YouTube stream? Huh?
Yeah.
Watch now. So VLT have so VLT
आज
have
डोमिनिक भी गेम देखने गया.
yeah, I know.
ये स्क्रीन शेयर करते ना डिस्कॉर्ड पे बहुत पीछे हूँ
GUI
मैं.
metro. Okay, wait. My laptop's crying though. Like I need to fix my OBS setup.
चलो ना तो कुछ नहीं हो रहा चल कर. रिच.
Yeah, it's not a good
सबसे अच्छा कौन खिला वैसे सच्ची बता एमवीपी कौन था मोस्ट फेयरलेस एमवीपी.
I didn't watch the game, brother. I had an exam
वो तेरा
today.
एग्जाम था ना ओ राइट राइट. देखा.
So, is it loading?
या
Are you watching now? Can you see my stream?
या.
Okay, so VLT have Killjoy Alt, Blades, and Sword, and
एंड
they
दे
say
प्लेइंग 3A.
and they're playing C retake. Okay, fine.
या.
They play C retake. Helef swings out spawn
ओ नो.
and dies. He swings out spawn and dies. Then VLT can still be like, okay, fuck it, we can still play B retake because we still have Killjoy Alt plus Sword.
But like
But
no smokes that's hard no.
yeah, no smokes is hard. So Wimp drops his ult early.
That's
Excali,
smart.
Excali ults it, but Excali ults the Sovalt only, ults the Killjoy ult only once.
What's the point of ulting then?
Yeah, he ulted some random shit. He thought he hit players or something.
He hit. Wait, did he hit him? Wait, he didn't even hit him.
He didn't hit anyone. So then VLT don't realize the Killjoy ult hasn't been broken, so Amaterasu goes in to drop his ult. But realizes that. So they just two of them just got detained. And Techno goes out
Oh
on a
my
lurk.
god, this is bad. This is bad.
Watch, it gets worse. They drone out garage, pop the ult, swing out spawn, and
Nice
Techno's come
done.
on a late lurk, and his Techno's finished the round already.
Oh, you know Techno's ice cold.
Yeah,
But
Techno.
bro, what are they doing? Like that is so bad. Like you don't expect that from VLT भाई.
आंखों से खून निकल रहा है. Like literally खून
डीएम
निकल रहा
बैठे
है.
है उधर. डीएम बैठ के क्या ही बोलेगा. तुम लोग किससे हार रहे हो?
Look at the like half smile on his face type thing.
कि like हाँ मेरे बिना नहीं हो रहा वैसा.
I don't know.
Why is why is Euphoria laughing, fam?
Euphor's laughing. Fuck, he's laughing. Okay, wait. Talk to my stream now. I'll pick up my food and come. Say hi,
Okay.
hello. My name is Venkatesh. Whatever.
Hello. Facts. The rounds thrown on split are also very nice. However, just rush be easy win. Bro, trust me, bro. We had the hardest group. You guys get me now? Like, fuck all that. We got the hardest group. कोई नहीं, बिल्ड टीम बिल्ड अप धीरे धीरे होता है। दैट्स सही। गॉड फ्लिप इन द लोअर ब्रैकेट। आई फील लाइक जो भी वीएलटी, आई मीन जो भी वीएलटी जो ये वाला गेम जीतेगा, वीएलटी गॉड्स ने, दे विन लोअर ब्रैकेट्स। Depends. But like, I personally feel like Godrin beats VLT, honestly. Considering how they played today, like, bro, MLT was in VLT, TR, God's Reign, and Godlike group, bhai. Not sure, yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be hard. What
Did
do you
my
think?
did my stream
You
treat you nicely?
very nicely, bhai.
Yeah.
Do you think जो भी Godsin versus VLT game जीतता है?
Huh.
However, but then you have RG also, भाई कुछ भी हो सकता है.
No, the split is up in the air now. Everything is up in the air.
Nicely up there.
Is your ass in the air? Huh?
Bro, streaming chill.
Yo, I was just asking in general, like, you know what I mean?
भाई पिकम्स तो अब फक्ट है भाई, छोड़.
Bro, my pick'ems at Godsend winning the split.
Same. I had VLT goals in grand finals.
Yeah.
हमारे सामने ही भूत चढ़ जाता है टीम्स को.
Yeah. It's almost like they hate me. Ooh, this food looks amazing. Amazingly amazing.
Sahu was, I love Sahu भाई. Like look at his
Bro,
tweets भाई.
bro, it just says Jai
Did
Shri
you
Ram
see this?
all the time.
देखना,
Guys,
मैंने देख रही थी चिलकॉट में,
I
चिलकॉट कह रहा
saw.
हूँ 10%.
Food check? Can my stream see my food even?
भाई तो कितना डिले रखा है तूने स्ट्रीम पे?
Dude, I forgot to do the low latency shit, man. I'm so sorry. Bro, the
अच्छा हाँ,
first.
तुझे कुछ डीएम करना था ना, रुक.
Dude, the first comment on this thing on the VLT versus one of the chats is DM too good to be playing against Ion players.
All.
What do you think about the Fade KO comp on Pearl? Hmm?
Next time रुक. हाँ अच्छा ही है. It's like the OG one, but it's kind of out of meta, but yeah, it worked. They played very
What?
nice.
Seriously?
What?
Why though?
No,
What
I'm
you
saying
messaged
ना,
me?
it's old meta.
What you messaged me though?
अच्छा हाँ, ओ हाँ.
Why though?
रुक ना, आगे भी है.
Dude, luckily I turned off all my WhatsApp notifications on desktop because otherwise everything would be.
Lol.
Dude, if they do that again for the next game, they're fucked.
His debut matchup. Argue will fall back. Now they slowly and steadily start to creep their way. Argue will fall back. Now they slowly and steadily start. Matchup.
I don't like the way Techno prowled here.
Fall back. Now they slowly and
Techno
steadily
noob है
start
भाई,
to creep
run and
their
gun
way
only.
inside the site. Kazan's found himself all the way in the back hill, but
I low-key wanna play
execute a
like,
surprise LFF, and that's what
you
exactly
know,
happened.
big
Kazan
stage
stricken
पे like
down.
initiator या कुछ
He
खेलने
said
का मजा
control
अलग है
spike
यार.
goes down as well.
Initiator.
Now the players are starting to get hurt. Kazan
Like Uter
techno
heavy
soften
agent.
up in VLT.
Yeah,
They
play Breach.
realize there's still a threat lingering around somewhere.
हाँ भाई, like that'd be
They
so
don't
much
really want to
fun.
give the chance
Shut the
away to
fuck
that.
up.
Why?
Because you have to think so much. You have to keep thinking about what you're doing.
अच्छा, you watched Haven first? अच्छा, you watched Split first?
Pearl first, no?
तो मैं कहाँ हूँ अभी?
What?
तू Pearl क्यों देख रहा है अभी?
Because that's the first map.
अच्छा, तू उल्टा मतलब Split पहले देखा ना तूने?
Split क्यों देखूंगा?
अच्छा, ये तो उनका मैप है. Oh shit! इससे पहले तो जी का मैच देख रहा था. Fuck.
You are lost, my G.
I'm lost in the sauce भाई.
Yeah. Not in the sauce, just lost.
एक साहू को वीडियो कॉल करता हूँ.
Go, go.
Time to crunch in. You've got one player Excali coming in from Blink and the others all huddling down from CT.
Wait, why TR not
Can we
doing
just talk
lineups?
about
Now the players
Can
are
we just
starting
talk
to get
about
hurt.
how
Kazan and
talented
techno soften up in VLT. They
Shellcode is?
realize there's still a
Yeah.
threat lingering around somewhere
Is
in
that
the
why they
mid,
won
so
nothing?
they do not really want to give the chance away to that.
I mean, we won a lot.
Yeah, 5,000
मालव
already.
मालव मालव वेट कर रहे थे देख ड्यूटी को.
One player Excali coming in from Blink.
किधर आ रहा है?
All huddling down from CT.
TS नहीं और 10p.
Rack up the kill feed already. It's just down to Aryu.
तो बेटे टीम में आ जा तू.
Can survive this. This is just way too much.
Already
Velocity
poaching.
Gaming
हंस रहा है,
comes
स्माइल
in
कर रहा है छोटू.
run over their opponents, dismembering them into
Full
12
pushing
pieces.
भाई. Just like
Just
TR.
out aiming them, to be honest. Like, nothing much can be said
Bro
there.
won once against VLT once and asked for the
just
red,
easily
buddy.
out aiming their opponents, moving on forward, proving them unprepared
Most
for
South
this
thing ever though,
first
like
round.
shit.
Yeah.
That's what the case is so far, but and that's where you once first round, nothing much can be said or capitalized from that.
तू इतना पीछे है यार.
Velocity Gaming.
तू इतना पीछे मैं आगे हूँ.
Cali's going to use the similar type of lineup.
Can't you like share Discord link and play together? जो Discord
No,
activity
Discord
होता है
on
ना?
you. अरे
पता है कैसे करते हैं वो?
but that will link you to my stream only, no?
अभी नहीं, एक Discord activity होता है YouTube का जिसमें तुम दोनों same YouTube यूज कर सकते हो. Like
Oh हाँ.
co-op.
हाँ, fine. Understood what you're talking about. Let me do that.
तूने WhatsApp देखा क्या?
हाँ, I read all the notifications. I was like, that's weird. Like you telling me that is weird.
No, Techno told me this.
Yeah, just finding out that in general is weird.
Yeah.
Okay, now how do I pick what to watch? Okay, add videos to the playlist too. Okay, can you
Washed का
watch?
नहीं पता. तू hottest coach तो है for sure भाई.
The Washed is
Like you don't
legit.
even have competition, bro. Who the fuck's your competition? Rabbit.
Yeah, why not? Like no cap.
Bro got cigarettes on his table.
No notebook, but cigarettes is crazy though.
हाँ हो गया. I can play it. Can
Arey,
I
but
play
it's
it? No, I
fucked
can't.
because it's a very small player, bro. So my stream will only see a very small player. Get it?
No, you can full screen it.
When you full screen it, it's not full screen. Full screen.
मेरा तो full screen है.
मेरे में इसमें आधा आ रहा है.
वो देख रहे हैं? Discord पे जाओ वापस.
हाँ.
और वो hide members दबा दे.
I've hidden members only, but still it's showing half screen for some reason.
चल छोड़ तो वही कर दे फिर.
Wait, can I? No, it doesn't make sense. I haven't
Bro
even
put
tried
an
matchup.
anime thumbnail. Thinks he's cool and shit.
Okay. What am I even doing?
Them a lot of those times,
So,
and then that's
let's see
where
what
you
we'll
can
doing on this
expect
anti-eco.
maybe True Rippers will sort of start to fumble down, but so far it's just the first round. Nothing much can
Chances,
be
Venka be tripping. Okay. Okay, let's read my chat first. Sorry guys, I haven't been reading chat. Also, okay. कोई ना टीम बिल्डअप धीरे धीरे होता है. Not sure VLT will make it in low bracket. Possibly Gods be sweeping low bracket map in split to कब से? April 29th, I think. VLT was in VLT group. Yes, maybe Dominic cleans VLT tomorrow. I hope so. Gods win the split in my pick'ems. Yes, sir. Breach fun.
Breach is fun, yaar. You guys are
Oh,
tripping.
you
You don't
nah,
have to do
nah.
shit, bhai.
Bro, this is the agent you
No,
end up overthinking on most though.
But think about it, Malo. Once your team is in the flow, like Breach is literally the best agent, way.
Chance of
It's like
reckoning against gods. You think my boy Kohli and you think my boy Dominica are gonna let
reckoning
reckoning
or
go
gods,
through?
be.
That's crazy.
Oh lol. I mean, they probably will, bro.
Nah, that's
If they're gonna play
crazy.
fucking,
That's
if they're gonna play a Phoenix draft on fucking Pearl, bro.
but
I
you
mean,
realize why
Lotus,
they
it's
want to play
over,
that,
bhai.
no? You realize why they want to play that, no?
Hmm?
You realize
Yeah, they
why?
wanted to play that because they wanted to lose.
No, bro. Let go.
भाई you can't cross to rubble भाई
Mhm.
वहीं छोड़ देंगे
The
तुमको ए
general
लॉबी पे क्या
mentality behind
करोगे
that, mentality behind that comp.
व्हाट्स द मेंटालिटी किसी को फ्लैश करके 4K मारना था
Huh. More or less every round. No, no, but in general, it's something around the orbs. It's like you go see default heavy, try to get the orbs, use the Phoenix ult repetitively, like once every 3 rounds and shit. It's a comp you would play if you want to catch your opponents off guard. And you need attack start for that. If I didn't have attack start, I wouldn't be playing this comp.
Once again, Velocity Gaming.
हाँ वो इतने कॉम्स पे नहीं है ना इतना टाइम है उनके पास
Towards the main, just to gather any sort of info.
पुट
Even their
कोहली ऑन
first,
जेट एंड फक इट भाई
Now they know there's no
I would
presence
as well.
given away from aim on the A main there. Techno's
Why
gonna
do you think
be
no one's playing Harbor on Pearl other than us?
bro's drinking out of a red cup like he's drinking some fucking alcohol भाई
Yeah, bruh. Red cup, double cup. You know what I mean? Got the cup sit up in there.
लेकिन like हार्बर लोग इसलिए नहीं खेल रहे because like
Because
you
they're
need
dumb.
a lot of practice
up
I mean,
towards the arts area. True Rippers. This is their classic strategy.
the
They
king
try
is
to
here
take the arts control,
Oh,
brute force their
oh my
way
god.
in.
the
hello.
greatest Jai Shri Ramar of all time
Jai Shri Rama, yes.
भाई मैं जितनी बार बस चिल्ला पता है कहाँ चाहता हूँ बस
Wow.
नहीं सुनना था भाई
Hmm? That's
ठीक है
toxic.
यार
लेकिन अगर तू ऐसे बोला ना जय श्री राम जैसे तूने इंस्टा स्टोरी में बोला था तो सही था
उससे जो चिल्ला के बोला था मैं
PCA की phone पे किधर से तू?
पीसी पीसी
पीछे
अभी भी मैं कनेक्ट कर रहा था वो कीबोर्ड वगैरह वापस
Yep.
फिर ठीक है.
Velocity are
इसका वॉकआउट मस्त था तूने देखा मैंने उसमें क्या भेजा चिल कॉर्ड में ओ
हाँ
10P
देखा
में
मैंने. पहले ही देखा. Is
साओ को
it
बोल रहा हूँ साओ देखा
how will G
कौन
perform
सा
against PRX any before?
अच्छा वही वाला ना जो
I think they can win against PRX if they clean up some stuff. Doma up this match is it really bad? Oh yeah, hell yes.
Meanwhile,
डोमा
Excalibur
भाई
has opened the
साओ
floodgates of death.
साओ
One characteristic
हाँ
seems to miss.
मैंने मारुफ को बताया जो तूने मुझे बताया
ठीक है बट लाइक वो स्ट्रीम में नहीं बता ना
From the
नहीं
Stream पे ही
भाई
बताया.
हाँ स्ट्रीम पे बताया एट एवरीवन करके
हाँ.
has gotten
और
into
टाइटल
ठीक
स्ट्रीम का भी वही है
ठीक है बाद में एक चीज पता है क्या
क्या?
क्या
भाई स्ट्रीम चेक कर रहा है कि नहीं
चल
तो
रहा है
मुझे डीएम
stream.
कर दे मैं इसको मैसेज
हाँ.
कर दूंगा
But DM को lose motion से हो तो सबको ही मालूम है ना.
मैं क्या बोलूं अब मैं
क्या
क्या बोलूं अब मैं क्या ही बोलूं अब मैं
What?
ना दैट्स फक्ड भाई मुझे लग रहा
भाई
है
मैं
तो
तो
ये बुलडॉग वाला राउंड जीत जाएगा पता है
कौन सा
1v3
हाँ
बोनस
ठीक है भाई रुक जा
जीत सकता था
मतलब
हम्म.
एक सेकंड के लिए ऑडियो ऑफ करना स्ट्रीम का
अरे तू
हम्म,
वो सब
मुझे अरे
मेहनत.
यार टीएस आ जाता तो पोक भी हो जाता बट मुझे
हाँ इधर
व्हाट्सएप
ही
पे
करता
मैसेज
हूँ
कर
रुक
दे
जा
रुक
हाँ
रुक
मैं
या
रुक रुक
रुक
जनरल
रुक
में
रुक
डाल
रुक
दे
रुक रुक रुक
10P
रुक
के
रुक
जनरल
रुक.
में डाल दे
हाँ. डिस्कॉर्ड में कॉल
हाँ
से पढ़ लूंगा ना.
हाँ
या फिर स्ट्रीम को भी दिखा दूंगा. हाँ.
It's just the first two rounds, but now this is where the true test begins. Vandals and Phantoms on the board. On the other hand, VLT will probably try to play this round off on a bonus. But yeah, good stuff from VLT so far. And a
Did he put
decent amount
something?
of damage being dealt out as well
Yeah.
from True Rippers. Not bad. They got 2 bodies down.
अरे तो स्पेलिंग को देख के क्या ही बोलूं
क्या बोल रहा है?
इसने हैंडशेक लिखा
अरे
था
bro,
मैं हंस
wait
रहा
ना.
अरे
था
जल्दी जल्दी में
Vandals and Phantoms now should give them a
मतलब
little bit of
क्या ही
upper
बोलूं
edge
मैं
that they're looking for. And
वो
True
इतना आधा
Rippers,
ये हो गया
this
था
time they're going to start out heavy towards A main.
Alright. Wow, True Rippers just getting the orbs. Velocity Gaming have already pushed out of the main. The alarm bot will stop Velocity's backstab, but
Bonus, you guys are
they
chilling.
already know the True Rippers are heavy committing towards the A side.
Whatever. Art split ले लिया, late art with him and take names.
That's fucked भाई he actually did
या किसी का भी नहीं किया
Dude,
मतलब ऐसा
oh.
मतलब क्या बोलूं मतलब क्या बोलूं मतलब ऐसा मतलब होता है ना बस ऐसे हाथ छुप के चले जाना
अच्छा
They're really starting to gain that map control
Yeah.
once again. True Rippers, they're also looking out for those backstabs, and Echo somehow
but
is able to find that
like
kill. In that range,
the other one is too good.
Spectre in the
He's very
Yeah,
good.
hands.
he's good,
gonna
but
whiff all of his shots.
He's the one
Not a good
carrying them,
spray
bhai.
right there, and
But
then-
like he's also like
unfortunately loses his
बहुत
lock
friendly है वो,
control
अच्छा है
because
वो,
the shots were not
cool
able to
बंदा.
connect in VLT.
मुझे गॉड से ज्यादा उल्टा बोलते हैं उसके
Gonna
बारे में.
whiff all of his
नहीं but like
shots.
अभी के लिए मेरे हिसाब से like मतलब हम जो देखे हैं वही बता रहा हूँ मैं इसमें.
Didn't have.
हाँ मेरे लिए भी तो दोनों ठीक ही थे, but like
Yes.
हाँ.
I mean,
But,
at that point, it's not even much
wait, I want to
about
ask you
the
something about it. I'll
spray
ask
or
you
the
later.
burst or what kind of shots you hit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Present Velocity Gaming lap up that map.
Don't even think so. It's real.
ओए होए होए, TRS Wimp
किधर?
They're not going to be expecting you to be.
का whiff देख रहा था.
Oh,
हाँ भाई, imagine having a Riot account and using a fucking Reaver Vandal, भाई.
The mid
उसको पसंद है भाई.
that's the worst thing ever.
Actually, भाई.
Like when the SOL champions RGX,
Nice, well ये सब भी नहीं, like best Vandal LAN पे
Chronovoid,
Neptune, Araxis,
Chronovoid,
Chronovoid और वो Forsaken और Gaias. Best.
Some heavy amount of damage being inflicted.
it's crazy. Maybe the Vandals can mean something to him. Maybe that's some
But like
special.
think about it from his POV also, भाई, like
just waiting for him to pass on over.
from like the top of the top to like
He's inside the elbow region. Case
fucking losing to Shravan Kumar Sahu, like that's
Bro,
sad, भाई.
Good news for
Oh भाई.
Am I wrong though? Like नहीं
नहीं actually नहीं
no,
नहीं. हाँ
like,
वही
no.
वही. Like actually
Me?
मतलब
If I were him, then
मतलब
like,
being
I would
on the
expect
top
to,
of
like,
the
not
world,
even
मतलब like
lose a map here,
fanatics.
भाई.
तो अच्छा
I
Sentinels
wouldn't-
Dragons में खेल के आया है.
I wouldn't even want to lose a map here.
Yeah, Dilma picks
Fair.
it up towards B. Away blocked by Velocity. And he's
अगर map हारोगे भी तो मतलब चल ठीक है.
yes,
Or
sir.
maybe like
Pearl 4-0
looking
down.
sharp, and they haven't lost too many members.
no,
It's
no,
come down
they
to
win this round.
3v1s, 2
Oh no, this is ये Kaizen की camp में Duma. What?
Doma's still got the operator in the hands, and this time he's going to
Oh,
go
okay,
for aggressive
production
peek
doing well.
outside double doors, probably.
Kaizen Marshall क्यों लेता है अभी भी?
Because ever
वो हमेशा लेता है. और भाई वो निकाल देता है भाई ग्राउंड अच्छे से निकाल देता है वो.
That's crazy though, because the best martial player in the world is
Knight Rider.
Knight Rider.
There was a smoke to block off the vision for a while. Kaizen
I don't know
cross
भाई,
all the
उस
way
पे
on
whiff कर
over
देते
to the
लोग
other
उसके हाथ में
side.
Marshall देखते हैं तो.
And now True Rippers, they should have a clean
तो लिख रहा है मालव के
stroll.
चैट में ओजी से स्टैट छुपाने के चक्कर में लोअर ब्रैकेट पहुंच गए वेल्टी.
Fighters holding it all together all the way in the back, and Kaizen will probably dash all the way in the backside.
I don't even know what they're doing भाई.
अरे नहीं भाई. नहीं.
I mean, the
देख,
Pearl is just at
जब
this
जब
point planned to
matches
be.
Wait,
देख
एक बात
भाई,
बता.
normal
What
match
you
था.
told me, तूने जो
हाँ.
मुझे बताया अगर वो सच है, ठीक है?
देख
तो
भाई
मतलब
वो
अगली
देख
सीरीज में भी नहीं खेलेगा.
मेरे को नहीं पता. मेरे को जितना सुनने में आया मैं तेरे को
हो ही
इतना
नहीं
बता
सकता अगली सीरीज में ना खेले. अन्ना आके तोड़ देगा सबको.
Hey, don't like use more this thing whenever.
His teammates aren't there to back him up just yet. Try to go for the retake. Keep in mind, Eccles already
Don't
has
use what?
his nightfall available.
So they're
ये
fade
बीच
out.
की
So
बात
these
मत
guys
करो.
were like, let's fight for this.
Gets that frag, but with
Fair
the
enough, you go
Bladestorm
2 for
now
2.
out of his hands, he's gonna die a very lonely death. His teammates aren't there to back
Doma
him up
forgot
just
to
yet.
suppress से knife चले जाते हैं. Bro tried to updraw.
He tried to make that aggro
Timing
play,
again.
but now he's stuck on an island. Tries to
पता है हेलेफ इतना अच्छा अच्छा एंगल्स लेता है ना भाई.
LF बेस्ट बंदा है पूरी टीम में उनकी.
He's the best player in the team.
अच्छा.
Oh, this
उसका
was a good call. जिसने भी लिंक पुश का कॉल दिया
डिस्टर्ब डिस्टर्ब नहीं दिया था. डिस्टर्ब भाई डिस्टर्ब एमबी था भाई. बुरी गलत
themselves
है.
out of
ये
the
किसका
कुछ ही
फ्लैश
मारो.
आया?
burst on the B side,
कौन
but so
सा?
far VLT they
How
still
are
have
all
a
of them
comfortable
blind link?
economy.
Flash क्या? Right click flash करके क्या वो?
The situation they
Flash
found
क्या?
themselves in.
Right click your flash and
वो
swap.
दोनों
Now True Rippers, they
ये
finally
दोनों
get
क्यों
the
ब्लाइंड
first
थे?
round on the board.
के
अरे,
और
The
ये
scoreline, VLT now
अरे उसके उनका
देखा
फ्लैश आया
Jet
था.
और हाँ वही तो पूछ रहा हूँ कहाँ से आया?
भाई वो कुछ तो लाइनअप था उसके पे.
VLT have some, dude. VLT have the best
Also
Q
they
tag.
changed roles by the way.
तुमको पता है पर्ल पे भाई वो लोग इतना सेटअप्स किए भाई. फ्लैश कहाँ से आ रहा है भाई? दिख ही नहीं रहा.
मैं बोलूँ क्यों? मैं बोलूँ क्यों?
क्यों? तुमने से
उनको
तुमसे
पता
जब वो
था-
इतना क्लोज गया ना
हाँ,
तुम
नहीं,
लोग अगेंस्ट.
उनको पता था कि तुम लोग पोल पिक करोगे.
भाई
Even
सच
in
बोलो
general,
एक्चुअली.
Second round निकला.
even in
तो पता है
general,
पर्ल अपना पता है लीस्ट प्रैक्टिस मैप है. पता नहीं हम कैसे जीत जाते हैं कैसे.
जीतते नहीं ना इसलिए तो.
you guys just
नहीं जीते भाई.
double spray down for
और पता है स्प्लिट तो मतलब क्या बोलूं.
नहीं
हमने
नहीं,
on
split
spot-
का मैंने देखा था भाई.
is gonna be
4
सा
राउंड जिसमें काइजन वो खेल रहा था. जेट
तेरे को बोल रहा हूँ ना. तेरे को बोल रहा हूँ ना ये जो हमने कॉम खेला ना हमने वेन्यू पे डिसाइड किया ऑन लाइक आफ्टर मैप 1.
भाई that's actually fucking insane. No मालूम. They decided their comp on the spot and they won.
Even we've done that.
And वो भी like
I mean,
13-6.
13-11.
Yeah, 13-6.
Why did they save in this
13-10
3v3?
13-11 नहीं थे हम लोग।
Split कितना जीता टेक्नो?
याद नहीं आ रहा
पे तो अच्छा खेला था सेंसे।
हाँ भाई सेंसिटिव दोनों मैच अच्छे।
Why did they save in this
The most
3v3?
मैंने डोमा को एक बार ही जेट खेलते हुए देखा था, वो था उसमें जो प्री गेम होता है ना, एक टेस्ट गेम होता है उसमें खेल रहा था
भाई। इसमें भी वो जेट ही खेल रहा था, ठीक है।
सुन तो प्री गेम जो होता है ना टेस्ट, उसमें वो जेट खेला था, आइसबॉक्स मैप था। तो उसने नाइफ खोले और वो अंडर ट्यूब से डबल अप ड्राफ्ट करा, ठीक है। मैंने फ्लिक वन टैप मारा उसको, मुझे वैसे देख रहा था फिर वहां से।
स्प्लिट वाज 13-11।
हाँ तो
13-11 13-10। हाँ वही बोल रहा हूँ।
वो 11-10 के बाद का राउंड रिएक्शन क्या था तेरा?
कौन सा राउंड?
हेवन 11-10।
हेवन राउंड।
वेट व्हाट?
ऐसा तो गॉब्लिन अटैकर भी नहीं करती थी, सोच रहा होगा।
कौन सा राउंड?
हेवन का 11-10 when you guys went see.
10।
सब लोग जिसके बारे में बात कर रहे हैं, एक्सकैलिसो केजी अल्टी नहीं तोड़ा सोवाल्ट करके,
वो राउंड ना, वही तो। अरे सुन तो, मतलब हम विम केजल डाला, ठीक है। हमने देखा उसने
तुम लोग ने बोला होगा लॉन्ग जाके खेलो स्मोकर।
नहीं सुन देख, विम ने अल्ट लगाया, उसने जब अल्ट खोला हमने देखा उसने पहला अल्ट मिस किया, तो उसका मतलब वो तोड़ ही नहीं सकता। अब हम लोग
पहला अल्ट नहीं, उसने पहला अल्ट मारा, दूसरा मिस कर दिया,
कुछ तो मिस किया उसने, ठीक है। फिर मेरे को कॉल आया, ठीक है, मैं जब लॉन्ग गया था मेरे को कॉल आया कि वो केजल तोड़ ही नहीं सकता। तो फिर मैं देख लिया कि पैरेट है, तो मेरे पे गराज फ्लैंक चला गया।
हाँ वो स्मार्ट था, मैंने निकाल दिया राउंड गराज।
I mean, guys, crazy. These are like copying our execs now. This A art split, like we made this shit. You know what I mean?
कौन सा?
It doesn't really matter bro.
और बता देख मैं ऑफर को मारा उधर टिक करके मार दिया उसको।
अच्छा एमिन पे।
ओ ये अच्छा राउंड निकाला तुम लोग ने। How is he getting thrown there bro?
Oh wait, Ekels is playing.
उसे तोड़ा ही नहीं।
Dude, I know ना, they swapped roles.
Why would they do that though?
That's right. पता नहीं mood।
अरे जब से ये लोग VLT MLT के अगेंस्ट क्लोज गया ना वो पर्ल, उसके बाद वो सब चेंज कर दिया।
But that doesn't mean you start changing shit around.
हाँ,
Like a
पता
map
नहीं,
losses.
It's not like they played bad also. भाई,
Oh,
वो तो
I
बस
understood
Wenger
why
हो गया।
Dominic was in the.
हाँ समझा मैं भी।
Timeouts, velocity gaming. तुम लोग का कोच नोटबुक क्यों नहीं कैरी करता टेक्नो? कभी पूछा तूने?
वो भाई वो कुछ नहीं कर रहा, ठीक है। उसका भाई,
सिगरेट
क्या
रखता है
मतलब
बस
है?
सामने।
हाँ सिगरेट रखता है वो। भाई वो पता है क्या, देख सच बोलो एक चीज तुमको, एक चीज।
हाँ
अरे वो बस देख, वो मतलब वैसा वाला कोच नहीं है जैसा नॉर्मल कोच होता है ना, कंट्रोल करता है पूरा।
He's
वो
like
ऐसा वाला
वैसा कि
कोच
like
नहीं
गेम
है।
में टाइम आउट लेने वाला।
हाँ वो मतलब ऑन स्पॉट तुमको बस
But
बता
he
देगा
was
क्या
like
करना है, तुम करो।
he was like a pro player like कुछ महीने पहले ना।
Yeah.
प्रो प्लेयर ही है वो अभी भी, बस हैंड इंजरी की वजह से वो अभी कोच हो।
So I think that combination works as well, kind of like I think
I don't
that's the
agree.
kind of coach we need as well.
I mean,
Like,
but you can't
our
have
coach
that.
right now is kind of shit.
Yeah, I agree. Your coach right now is dog shit.
Like bro, like don't force people to aim train. If you lose 2 rounds against MLT, you don't scold us like nah. How's that gonna work, bhai?
Just say you want someone to. Just say you want someone to fulfill one of your kinks. That's a different story.
Nah, bro. You should be like तुम 2 round कैसे हार गए lethal के against और डार्ट मार and then फिर जाके 2-0 हो जाए आरजी से।
वो बात क्या बोल रहा है तू? किसको बोल रहा है यार? बहुत स्पीड का बात कर रहा है क्या तू?
नहीं
The fuck?
मैं ओवररेटेड था तो मैं बोल भी नहीं सकता कुछ।
Yo yo
Okay, I haven't read my chat in ages and I'm not paying attention at all to this word.
According to you, what should we really playing 5? Honestly, it should be Son, Techno, Venka, Satan X and Shloxy.
सोचो क्लिप भी आ जाएगा, क्लिप भी चलेगा।
ये भी चलेगा।
Spawn
की
से
जगह।
Amin का knife Ekels का, but that knife was trash in the summer. He missed it. Munna
तुमको पता है क्या, उन लोग का ना जो एमिन वाला नाइफ आता है ना वो बहुत अच्छा है, पता है। वो अनब्रेकेबल नाइफ है, वो मतलब कुछ कर ही नहीं सकता उस समय, तुम अटक गए तो अटक गए।
They don't want you to play lineups post plant at A.
नहीं लाइनअप्स नहीं भाई, वो लोग बस हमारा लाइक
नो
जो
नो
पुश होता है
नहीं
ना,
नहीं
एग्जीक्यूट
लाइक
रोकने के लिए कर रहे थे वो
ये
लोग।
मैप पे लाइक तुम दोनों टीम ने एक चीज करा है, रश बी, ठीक है।
I mean, it makes
हाँ
sense,
एक
but
चीज,
it's just that depends
बट
upon
अगर
who
तुम लोग पे
understands.
हार्बर होता ना, बस पूरा कैंसिल आउट हो गया भाई उनका बी रश।
No, but it's also that
यूजलेस हो
even
जाएगा।
without a harbor, like as
मैं
long as
सच्ची
you're,
बता रहा हूँ तो कोई चीज बोलूं क्या, एज लॉन्ग एज यू आर विनिंग एम ड्वेल्स एवरीथिंग इज फाइन।
there's not how the
भाई
game works though.
काश ये तू भाई थोड़ा टाइम पहले बता देता।
है ना? तो फिर मैं मेहनत नहीं करता था बनाने की चीजें ना.
तुम अगर भाई मालूम है बता रहा हूँ, ठीक है,
हमारी
तुम
आइडियोलॉजी
अपना
है।
कॉल सुनोगे ना, ठीक है, मतलब तुम लोग क्या भाई थोड़ा सुना सुना कॉल से मतलब
सिल्कॉर्ड
यस ऐसे ही
भाई,
कुछ।
लव यू भाई, लव दैट।
That's the point, right? This game cannot consistently keep working that way. Like there'll be a point where you hit downfall because of not having a tactical approach.
अरे टैक्टिकल अप्रोच है बट
Arey, but even this
मतलब
entire
हाँ
game, this gunfight philosophy.
ज्यादा नहीं है पर टेक्ना तू भी मानेगा, लाइक इफ यू गाइस आर लिटरली डिसाइडिंग कॉम वन लाइक
No,
ऑन
even
द
the
डे ऑफ
comp
द
thing is
मैच
not an
देन
issue though. The comp thing is not an issue. Like let's say we still can figure out comps. Like fuck it, even we've done it. Like on Bind, we used to change from Sky to Breach like hours before.
आप पैकेट लॉस है तो फक।
दैट वाज जी भाई, यू गाइस आर जी, यू गाइस हैव बीन प्लेइंग फॉर टुगेदर फॉर इयर्स, कुछ भी चल जाता है तब। एंड इट्स नॉट लाइक, अच्छा you're telling me तुमने वो
अरे
बाइंडर्स, you're telling me तूने स्काई कॉम लाइफ में पहले कभी नहीं खेला हो?
Bind पे Sky?
कौन सा?
We've hardly played it.
Yeah, then
We
it's great.
always like the Breach. Dude, are they giving it? The problem with VLT here is, even with the way they played against us, right? They gave up too much free space at art in general. Like, they just keep allowing us to walk in. And even their entire approach at B, I'm not sure how big of a fan I am of that. Because even Medal faced this issue when Medal played against Reckoning, is that if you have your Jet, Opper, Solo B, and the problem with VLT's comp is, Venka, you know how we do the wall up down to allow you to reposition shit, right?
Yeah.
Like, Doma literally cannot reposition if he misses his first shot. Like, where can he go?
क्या ए पर?
Like, B
अच्छा नहीं
pay,
बी पर,
with the way he's hopping,
हाँ
he cannot reposition at
या
all. There's no utility for him.
या
So, like,
अभी
this
उसका
comp,
डैश खत्म हो जाएगा, he's fucked.
he's fucked. And any team, like, if this is the harbor against you and a late round pivot
No,
towards B is coming in and a B post plant is coming in, you are forced to play B retake with the op.
you know, this is actually similar to how we play, like, Arcboard, like with Jet Solo B, but the only difference is we have a Viper wall there, so
But the difference is, like, we commit utility to help you get lines and we commit utility to
why is
put
no one going
pressure.
hard? अच्छा है,
Lambert से डाल के रखा है.
सब
And
main चले गए.
they can't play main. You cannot play a main post run against them because their Q knife will not let you play lineups at main. Also, there's Astra Alt now, which is why they wanted to hold
Then,
side.
oh my god, that's actually crazy timing, no?
तो बहुत पीछे है शायद से.
Yeah, Dumpfuck, I'm watching your stream.
Good retake. Dude, VLT Z retakes were nice against us as well. Especially when they had the KO ult and shit.
But keep this thing in mind, they've still got a decent amount of economy, so they can't afford a perfect buy.
Yeah, I think he must have missed his knife lineup. It must have gone like somewhere more ahead, like inside the wall. Because that way it does make sense, the way the knife they used it.
This was still a solid round from them.
Guys, like the stream, I'm not at 50 likes yet, I think. Or am I? Okay, I'm at 54, guys, but that's kind of low though.
मेरे को आरवी के मिलके पता क्या बोलते हैं, मतलब
क्या रन एंड गन मत
बोलते हैं
करो.
भाई अपने अगेंस्ट अगर आरएनसी करता है ना भाई, ऐसे अगर हगता है तो चलेगा, बट भाई मेरे को आरएनसी मत मारना, मैं बहुत टिल्ट होऊंगा.
उसने ट्विटर पे ट्वीट भी किया ना तेरे पे,
हाँ वही ना.
Shana, get in your head, bro. Trust.
Wait, you guys are playing
Yep,
OG
yep, bro.
next?
And look at the amount of
Yeah.
players that are
Yeah.
stacked on the B site. There's 3 players
Like, look,
just
like,
waiting for this hit.
if you are TR,
Sort of.
how do you take B now? Like, Doma's
भाई
gotten
मैं
first
जा रहा
blood.
हूँ भाई, तेरा बहुत delayed है, रुक आ रहा हूँ मैं.
Now VLT, they're able to recognize
Like,
this
B लेना
pattern.
बहुत
True
hard होना
Rippers
चाहिए
are
for
starting to
them
indicate.
over here. But still, somehow
that's
they're
good
gonna walk
news.
in and be able to do it.
True Rippers
Because the
are
only way for you guys to
slowly
more or
and
less take
steadily
B is just off the back of one,
make their way towards the site. Angles are
like,
marked as
one
well.
pull back. And you
True Rippers, they
fight
might
and you
just walk
flash
into
through
this
it.
trap that's
There's
being
not
set up
much
for them.
you guys
There's
can
an
do
alarm
towards B
bot right
because
next to the smoke,
to fight the Opper is gonna be much harder for
right
you
next to
guys.
the Astral Star.
हम लोग ग्राउंड जीते थे आई थिंक.
5-4 वाला.
आई थिंक सो.
The flash is good.
अच्छा
The lurk comes out late.
अच्छा नहीं I don't think
I
so.
don't think so. अभी तो नहीं जीतेंगे. कचरा हो जाएगा पूरा ये
नहीं
total
हारत हम हारत.
They are getting shredded over here. Velocity Gaming have turned this site into a mincemeat machine. And anyone who's brave
This 10th round yeah we lost.
pattern and able to shut down.
हाँ यार भाई ये मारते रहेगा मेरे को बता वही पे मारेगा उधर वही जगह से लिंक से क्योंकि हम लोग लिंक स्मोक नहीं कहते तो
You wanted to fight for
वही से
because
मरे हम.
नहीं but okay. तुम लोग double one waste कर रहे हो ना? Double seat double heaven smokes.
yes वही better actually.
Fair enough. I mean.
Sniffing the camera.
Fuck off.
Get diff, not gonna lie.
Again, Doma pushes a B.
बंदा पता है वो बंदा कभी प्राउलर तोड़ता ही नहीं है. ये तेरा कुछ भी मतलब वॉल बैंग भाई. अनुज में फुल एक्सपीरियंस छाड़ दे मेरे पे फुल.
You know, Wim sometimes has a very, very, very risky style of playing the game.
Always.
वो
Why
क्लच
would
भाई
you
वो
mean sometimes?
क्लच निकाल देता है वो बंदा वो तो फुल.
Arey, but what the fuck? How did they just get this double entry here?
There's a lockdown placed. Will True Rippers respect it? No, they don't. They plant the spike in their faces and then fall back.
I don't know about that knife,
He's
bro.
gonna get detained on the site. He's completely fine with that detention.
Like, you're just knifing to
As long as
check
they're able to buy
Jen.
enough amount of time, that's all that's gonna
Which
matter.
knife?
They knifed Jen.
या बिकॉज़ क्या पता अरे पता है क्या क्योंकि लास्ट राउंड उसके पहले वाला राउंड सेंसे ने गलत कॉल दिया कि डोमा 2 राउंड्स मतलब डोमा उधर से ऑफ
Jen
किया था
lead
ठीक है.
pick कर रहा है, Jen lead pick वाला.
हाँ तो हमने वो इसलिए वो क्लियर करने के लिए किया था वरना नहीं करते बट वो फिर अभी मैं जब देखा चला वो बैक साइड ही था यूएल पे उसको लगा पर वो उधर से मर गया इसलिए.
Initiated, nothing found from that. And Kaysen will be taken care of. Excali in the clotheslines, taking those aggressive peaks.
But, like,
But the players are
the
now
Pearl,
starting to get soft.
Pearl
Don't
retake
blame
is
Excali are quite low. Spam comes through, Disrupt
really
able
easy
find
to
the first
master in
man.
my opinion.
But unfortunately for
Yeah.
him, there's 2 more to go, and Disrupt now is starting to activate
Like,
himself.
the problem is like in scrims we were finding a lot of value playing B retake on Pearl, but matches we just weren't getting it against God's Reign, like first game. We got fucked for playing B retake that much as we wanted to. Because in scrims though we weren't losing any B retakes. We were always getting the half with the cove and shit.
भाई we just didn't feel like भाई God's Reign वाला
Yeah,
game
fuck
तो
it. Not
हम
much to
team
say
लग
there.
भी नहीं रहे थे.
Hellfire there to open things up. And then the shorty up close to
Surely you change the setup and you have Doma upping mid now, right?
I mean, they're getting value out of it, kind of.
Hard being presented. Really taken care of. True Rippers once
Nice
again
shot,
outside
bae.
of main. Just one
Overheat.
round. Prowler being utilized.
Nice
and
setup.
DLT will now start to stack up and push together. This push is working
Good
out
ult
so
by,
well. The flash is on the point as well.
But
Kaysen all by himself left quite on a low
But it doesn't
HP.
matter
Will
because
be
there's no
taken
immense
care
smoke for
of,
him
and
to come
True
out
Rippers
now.
this time,
So he'll
he
lose.
just crumbled down like a
But
domino
do they get him
effect.
default?
They won't be able to scale up, there's no immense smoke. Immense से ही लगा देंगे ना line.
Gravity ball already used up.
भाई ये राउंड तो पता ही है देखो ये राउंड हम लोग पुश करेंगे ठीक है क्या कोऑर्डिनेटेड पुश है देखो ये
अच्छा है lineup, mollies and stuff is good.
कोई जगह है ही नहीं जो कि
They hard prepped
What?
Pearl भाई उनको पता था तुम लोग Pearl लोगे.
देखो मॉली सीज कुछ दिख ही नहीं रहा मतलब मेरे को कुछ नहीं दिख रहा भाई.
Yeah. Solid
Dude,
shot.
even against us, they had some good KO tech. They always had some good
Push,
KO tech.
man. The flashes are so perfect.
और सीज तेरे टीममेट क्या है? उनका सीज
Look
नहीं
at
है.
Techno. This man
अरे
built
उनका
this
सीज है वो.
ages.
नहीं, Akils ने सीज ही नहीं डाला
Yeah,
है.
really perfect calculated push. that
भाई,
Talon's
मजाक
also
नहीं
made
पर disrupt और आर्यू मस्त.
मेरा सीज से मेरा टीममेट का भी सीज हो सकता है क्या बोल रहे
अरे
हो मतलब
तू एमेन वाला फाइट बोल रहा है ना KO फ्लैश वाला.
mentioned.
हाँ
उसमें
अरे मतलब सीज ने मतलब अल्ट किया उसने प्लस उसका मॉली किया तो कोई जगह नहीं है पुल भी किया तो वो बोल रहा हूँ मैं.
तो सीज तो नहीं है ना, मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ.
अरे हाँ मैं गलती से बोल दिया
Solid shot.
मतलब वो पता इतना क्योटिक हो गया ना पता ही नहीं चला क्या क्या यूटिल्स
There's
है
a flash and a KO molly.
Look at Techno. This
प्लस
man
अब
built
एस्ट्रा
CZ
पुल तो कुछ
ages.
है ही नहीं कहाँ रुकोगे.
डाला था, पहले डाला रहेगा.
हाँ डाला मैं हुआ खुद पुल हुआ मॉली हुआ फिर फ्लैश हुआ फिर मर गया.
Hi Darshan, how are you doing?
Ready and
ये Alexa
call
कौन
that
है?
a lead with the cushioning.
पूरा
Content
content creator.
creator for
Keep on
TR.
moving forward in the similar pace that
Damn,
they
bro, these
have
guys are
been
just
so
picking
far.
up baddies or what?
Get a little bit
Bro.
of competition back in
Yeah,
the games. They
bro,
won the
bro.
previous 2 rounds.
Bro,
Momentum's
bro.
looking pretty phenomenally with
Yeah.
them.
What? No, like, how is that bad? Why you guys like reacting like that?
कुछ नहीं मतलब मैं कुछ नहीं.
We should have a
I mean,
conversation about what you say.
um, मैं बात कर
4
सकता हूँ तेरा वेंकी बोलेगा तो मतलब
Huh?
बस बस 22-23 साल के हो गए. I don't know.
Are you fucking weird? I was kidding, my guy.
Bhai, he has a crush on someone else already.
Oh?
VLT
कौन
plant.
कौन कौन वाला?
Good reaction. What?
Alag's
तुम
mother.
लोग को लगा A plant हुआ है कि क्या?
कौन सा?
Spawn
कौन
clear
सा?
करके जाना
तू
था
इतना
खाली.
आगे कैसे है भाई? ओ मैं पीछे हूँ.
अच्छा ये वाला राउंड ना. अरे देखो देखो अपने को 8 का कॉल आया था कि 8 में कोई नहीं है बट हम लोग स्टिल मतलब स्पॉन ज्यादा कमिट कर गए. हम स्टूपिड थे.
हाँ, you guys are late on the retake there. Nice suck though by LF. He was anti-flash. Dude, you know one game like against us? LF was playing graffiti and went anti-flash when we had Omen.
हाँ उनको समझा नहीं होगा क्या पता.
I love LF. I wanna meet him.
मतलब बहुत अच्छा बंदा है एक्चुअली में.
Box के पीछे पुलता हाँ.
चैट जीजा जी है.
Bro, he
अब
shaved.
view थोड़ा cringe
That's
हो
why they
गया.
lost. They lost because he shaved.
Who?
कौन?
LF shaved.
Asked.
Bro, you out here calling content creators baddies and shit like.
I can't compliment people, huh?
No, you can't.
They wanted to push up B main.
Wow.
It's been taken away from
Like, be
their hands.
professional
and
This is my coach.
now
Yeah, your coach is asking you to be
didn't really
professional
have
on
guns to
stream.
begin with.
Hey,
It depends
disrupt.
on the opponent's economy. They've already started off with a man down, and the second man soften up, argue.
I feel like God's
Got a
Rain is
man
gonna bounce
just
back
closing up
though
to
on
the
God.
back lines, flanking
Yeah.
up two. He's
I
got
think
one on
God's
the
Rain beat
turret, but
VLT by the way, like
just gonna have a
100%.
quick stroll and a
sure,
quick
for
I don't know
shot
why.
execute. True Rippers getting caught off guard.
And
The last two
then,
men alive,
like, it's
Techno
not
and
close,
Wimp.
mate. This
Next
is
to
gonna be
impossible to
crazy.
pull anything off here.
Yeah, the best that they can do is cause some economic damage.
Lower brackets are stacked, bhai.
Going into the bonus round next.
Yeah.
Good
So far,
RGE.
Velocity Gaming have not reached
Dude, RGE,
You got people like लोगों के top 3, top 4 के 3 team मतलब.
Yeah, that's crazy. And the fact that two of them will just not win.
It's been clean takes so far.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a solid one. No dents. And they will be able to continue on the forward. But still, it's just all the speculations.
Let's go,
Do hear the
TR.
chance as well.
Base switch, go for a fast A.
Yeah, you can hear it, right? It's very faint. The crowd inside the arena itself is not as much as you'll see probably during the LAN finals, but hey, I'm glad that there's still some support for one of these teams. Velocity fans aren't that loud in the arena. I don't even know if they're present, but as long
Good
as
pressure
they
at
are
A,
people
dash
who are
used up.
cheering on their own team, they will get the morale boost.
One rotation
Oh,
forced
and
out.
they definitely need it against a team like Velocity.
RG gonna
This time
destroy
Velocity
God.
changing up their
I mean,
approach. Instead of
they
going
already
for
did, but
a
like,
full-on rush, they are playing their default.
अगर lower bracket में rematch होता है, then I don't think they're gonna lose to them.
Good way to
Not
start things
again,
off.
because
Again.
Godspeed's in
Roth
this thing
this
now.
time
हाँ.
in mid, put all the way down to grave, and now True Rippers. At least they've got
Alexa वेंकी ने तुमको बहुत compliment किया. ऐसा बोला कि Alexa बहुत bad ही है.
The fuck? Sao?
Bruh,
नहीं,
nah.
Players up
हाँ.
alive.
अच्छी है ऐसा बोला.
There.
वेंका बहुत.
Weird,
Full
भाई.
crowd
You're
running
fucking
down all the
weird.
way.
That's
Even
crazy,
the
Techno.
This guy's actually fucking weird.
That's
नहीं
crazy.
ऐसा देख के बोला उसने.
You're actually fucking weird, bro. Trust.
I would
Never
nah.
talking again.
देख के बोला उसने.
I'm never talking to you again, bhai. I'm never talking to you again.
अरे भाई क्या यार इस. तो भाई.
Massive.
भाई तू मेरे साथ इतना सब कुछ किया है भाई वेंकी.
But this is different. Fuck, you're not gonna use it
भाई
to be
क्या
fun.
मतलब. भाई अच्छा बोला वो. पता है उसको तो मतलब ही नहीं था. तो मैं बोला अच्छा बोला.
मैं तेरे को बताऊंगा तू क्या-क्या बोलता है उसके बारे में.
मैं क्या बोला हूँ.
CA के बारे में.
But the amount of guns that are being taken
Wait,
away.
wait.
वो तो कॉर्टेज नहीं बोलता.
भाई कॉर्टर डेट कर रहा है किसी को चिल कर.
Those last two players.
Dude, you know, I
तूने
was
स्ट्रीम
speaking
के
to
बारे में
Cortez.
क्या-क्या बोला बता दो स्ट्रीम को बता दूं.
बता दे भाई क्या बोला बता दे.
Bro, listen. Cortez thought I was 25.
Possible.
How old are you, by the way?
Maggie.
Huh? What?
Yeah.
Cortez's girl thought I was 30.
That was actually quite a good recovery for
Yeah, she's like, okay.
this time Velocity are
When
going
you
for
like
one of
find
those
someone
fast
attractive and you can't
I
really
mean,
date
they
them,
call it
you
fast
try to
pace, but
find
it
reasons to
literally
not
speaking
like
not
them. You
wasting
feel me?
time anyway. They
Fuck
started
off.
creeping in quite slowly.
I was talking to Cortez and he's like, talking to you makes me feel like talking to an elder brother. And I'm like, bro, you know that's role reversal, right? Because it should be other way. So he's like, wait, how old are you? Says that I'm 20. And he's like, I thought you were 25. I was
Why?
like,
Nah, Court is hard dick riding by.
oh, that's crazy.
Court is the hard dick riding by.
Nah,
नहीं लेंगे
that's
मुझे
what's the
भाई नहीं
crazy
लेंगे.
indicating though? You on Alexa or
Better
Cortez
Afari
and me?
using disruptors there to stop him.
What?
Narrow angle doesn't
Fam, I said
really
I didn't even mention Alexa
C's
specifically. I just
utilizing
said
this one
TR
just
are
to
just
make sure
picking
no
up
one stays
baddies.
there.
Oh, so
Like, what's
oh,
the
so
criteria
are you
for
trying to say that social media managers are baddie?
Behind the counter, and but hella
who
fast.
the fuck is the social media manager?
Finds Kaiser. Perfect shot on that man's skull, and Amaterasu will peek out as well and
Guess.
wins that duel.
I
Now,
mean,
this is where VOT, they will just start to gain even
Huh?
more confidence
अच्छा.
in those
You
duels.
understood?
Because they're able to win it out
नहीं.
quite easily.
Dom.
और उनका social media manager है.
VLT fans.
अब तो भाई समझ ही जाना चाहिए भाई, अब
it's
तो नहीं
funny
बोलूंगा मैं.
that True
LA
Rippers
का
and
social
VLT
media
fans
manager
right
है.
next to each other. In the
Yeah.
front are True Rippers
What
and
the
in the
fuck?
back are
Also
VLT.
content का कुछ तो है अभी.
It's always this is always seen as free land, you know. Most of the times it's the fans of one
Dominic तो
team,
सबसे comedy बंदा है भाई.
Bhai,
and the
that
whole
guy is
community
great.
gets
Actually,
dissected in two.
he was the
Every
biggest
RG
simp
gonna say,
भाई.
the other.
okay, guys, I need to
All
talk to my
not in-
stream about more
You guys have the
important
chance to
like
win the game.
analysis and not doing some time pass.
And the coach is probably
GX coach.
because there are quite a lot of dry peaks
That's
coming
crazy.
out from VLT. So there's a high chance.
It's fine. There are just better
we
coaches in
should
South Asia now. I'm probably like the
we
worst
should
in
be
this
able to
split.
get the grip back in the
Yeah,
round.
bro.
And True Rippers, look at them, already pushed up quite deep. Kazin, this man has already got so
Let's
much
go
momentum, so
B
much
side.
map
We
control with the
love
help of his
Pearl.
teammate.
We
There's
love
two guys
Pearl.
pushing up from the back
We
lines, and
love
Excali sort of
Pearl.
seems quite ready
Let's
for
go
that.
B side. We
They
love
will
Pearl.
make this fight
Fate
possible.
seems so
VLT
invaluable
on
in
the
a
other
lot
hand,
of
they're
cases
gonna
on this
just try
map
to
to me
make this
now.
drill possible on the beat.
Just take Sova bhai.
Slowly and
Just
steadily
play
walking their way in,
Gecko.
making sure they're not giving
Free
What?
plant.
In what? In Pearl?
हाँ split to में तो
Pearl,
Gecko भी allowed
but
होगा.
Pearl or Harbor? Free plant. तभी होगा ना free plant.
You don't need Harbor to free plant with Gecko.
I mean, मैम में मर जाता है.
अरे तू dash मारेगा backside. So it's okay. So is it?
समझा, मतलब 5-man duel with free plant ऐसा
You
बोल.
don't even need to duel. You can just if you take backside and you plant default, like default as
Yeah.
box or default, and you send your Gecko to plant, they only can spam from CT.
They did
And it
not
depends upon how
True,
you
true,
smoke
true.
CT, and you already have mollies, one molly for backside and one molly for
anywhere on the site near the pillar
lane.
is
So
True.
they can't spam from there. So it's a new one place to spam
even the
from.
backstab from True Rippers was given away by the turret.
Pro attack is B7. Yeah, I mean it's like about
Bro, you
78%
got
win
like
rate.
they picked up like two
story
baddies
what
and
just
then you got
happened
fucking
yesterday
pixels
too,
in the
right?
back like fucking
Yeah,
like a
6
teddy
is
bear.
the score, and
Wait,
Okay.
two
first half,
baddies?
it did seem quite a close affair, but then later on,
Yeah,
in the
he
second
means
half,
me
the
and,
Pirates run away with
Wait,
it.
Techno West
Wim.
Pixels not playing.
Surprises
Because
Techno from on the
roll
top like a
roll.
bird in the sky. Will be able to connect all of his knives. Affair, but then later on in the
Because
second
team
half,
politics.
they're just starting
Huh?
to run away with a lead, and look at Doma.
Rolls.
Surprises Techno from on the top like
I
a bird
mean,
in the
yeah.
sky. We'll be able to connect all of his
10%
knives.
would never.
This time the wings aren't being
That's
clipped.
crazy.
So Sahu,
Techno.
ये देखो यार, मेरे को कुछ भी मार दे यार, मैं तो एक्सपेक्ट नहीं किया, मैं
He's not a
तो बेकार
slouch,
हूँ.
this guy.
पता है भाई, बताने
They
की
go,
जरूरत नहीं है
they
वापस.
10% pay, we track ults. That doesn't happen. You know that. You know that. You know that. You know that, Venka.
Destruction everywhere. And if they manage
तूने
नहीं,
to
इधर भी
ड्यूटी
होता
किसको
है.
दी है?
towards
तूने ड्यूटी किसको दी है?
right, then look at what's waiting for them on
मैं तो सब बोलता था.
Kazin with the op.
क्या ults?
तू तो भाई,
One more
तू
kill,
मेरा
he's gonna
फेवरेट
have
टीममेट
a
है आज
glimpse
तक.
of his own. Then Dumas got fair game. Then
Huh?
he's got fair competition.
तेरे साथ वापस खेलने के लिए कुछ काटने का भी वो मैं कर लूंगा.
Yo.
वो चल गया भाई, वापस आएंगे भाई, क्या बता भाई, हम तो स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं ना अभी करियर.
He basically just said no.
Mera
That's a
song-
soft no.
Yeah, the soft no, but it's fine, bro. I am fine with bad love.
That's crazy.
ए पाटिल अच्छा है भाई.
He's better anyways, is what Venka wants to say.
And now he finally executes
Yeah.
that, the conditioning at its finest. That's all we can
Uh-huh.
say.
What was
Best
this
teammate
round?
I've ever played with is Son, and it's not even close, bhai.
And True
The
Rippers
best
take
teammate
it
I've played with
dismantled once
is-
again. Are you? And
Yeah,
Kaiser
okay,
by
buddy.
himself, the
Okay,
last
buddy.
two players, the
Let's
last two
get
player
off
hopes
here.
alive
Let's
to
try
try and
No, it's
make-
gonna be Hell
to try
Ranger.
and stop this map point from happening. But
I'm
VLT,
scared of him, bhai.
they know it's
Yeah.
in
Honestly.
their hands.
What are you
All they
doing
need
with him
to do
though?
is
Yeah.
just hide and wait for them to put
How did you guys lose this
Bro, I'm
round?
scared to
Lurk
duo with him.
level.
I'm scared to
and that's
talk
what
to him, bhai.
exactly
मुझे
happened.
लगता है भर देगा मुझे.
But I guess yeah,
कौन
भाविन. एक दिन भाविन के साथ बीच में बात किया ना इसलिए.
Kappa is
अच्छा
really nice. I love Kappa, bhai.
Kappa's
कपा
vibe.
बच्चा एक्चुअली
Velty took a timeout at 12-6. They did the chill card strat.
No, that's the 10p, bhai. That's the 10p.
That the
What do you
10 piece
mean?
strat. That I invented that shit.
But that shit's toxic as hell.
The blood
या
inside.
MLT
They don't bring any
IGL
variety, and I think
Rio
so that's the
Rio
reason
Man.
why
Venka.
they're brought
That's
this
crazy.
tactical timeout up.
I could actually IGL, bro. Put me on any, please.
Yeah, you'll play Sova.
Uh-huh. Like KO and Breach.
Will you say flashing for you, bad love? Flashing for you, night.
कांट इवन इमेजिन ब्रो कांट इवन इमेजिन
Night
भाई
pick करो. I'm flashing.
मतलब याद आ रहा है क्या
हाँ.
केओ पे एक बंदा एसिड खेल रहा था
बस भाई एक बैड
Chad,
गेम
I'm
पता नहीं
that
क्या हो
guy.
गया
अरे
तुझे.
मजाक कर रहा भाई मजाक That was literally the
It's
one and
crazy
only
though
bad
because
game
like
with Becky Hart.
the question is what can you do without the
Yeah, I
orb?
don't disagree
What
with that.
Doma farm that be long, huh?
हाँ ना वो कुछ भी मतलब
How is this even possible? Doma single-handedly shuts down the entire push. Just
Doma to
deactivate
died,
it.
what are you saying?
And look at them.
Bro, he killed 3 and 12-6 and died.
This time they knew the lurk came in once. and
मैं
there's a
इतना
high
पीछे
chance
क्यों
the
जा
second
रहा हूँ
time
बार
as
बार.
well. It will happen.
हाँ एक्चुअली नहीं उसका स्ट्रीम में कुछ तो हो रहा है
It's being caught off
अरे
guard.
ये
मेरे को
उसका
अपने आप पॉज हो जाता है.
हाँ
This is nicely done. VLT will literally
Is it
fall
because
back
it's
and
60
fall back
frames?
at least as
Come
quick
on,
as
Kaizen.
possible.
Yeah,
Come
Kaizen.
on, Kaizen.
Point in making the commitment
Come on, Kaizen.
YouTube clip.
Nice. अरे.
Venka, you know the game's over, right?
And he will be. But he's behind
Bro,
the pillar,
Whift
so
is
at
nice
least
and
it's
is scratching his
safe
head.
for
What a
now.
cutie
Nightfall
भाई.
executed as well. It's Cali all the way in the back line, so that means
ये
there doesn't
चोगेट
need
भी
to
चिल
worry
कोड का
about the
टैलेंट है भाई.
points.
Like chill code is
Two
actually like the
numbers, this
talent
retake
hub
seems
भाई.
next to
Yeah, nah.
impossible. Just the two players
Tricky,
against four players.
Techno,
VLT
DC,
will find the
सब
first
DC, Venka,
Damn,
Son,
crazy.
Kaizen,
run away with the lead.
Techno,
CA,
Short break, don't go
Venka,
anywhere.
Pixels.
Malav.
I'm talent.
Actually, yeah, you're right. I numbered.
True that. Bro, I don't even know
जो
what to
लोग
do the
प्लस
next
जो लोग
match.
पहले ओनली मुंबई क्यों करते थे वो सब टैलेंट है भाई
रैंक से उठ जाते हैं वो लोग टीम्स में चले जाते हैं रैंक से.
I'm telling
हाँ.
you the best
लोगों
talent
को
is
रैंक
Nico
से.
पता है ना मैं
I
निको भी
guess
बहुत चल गया भाई वो
हाँ.
खेल नहीं रहा भाई
because
हाँ
मेरा
हाँ
जरा भी
हाँ.
ध्यान नहीं है वर्ड रिव्यू में. मैं कल ही करूंगा स्ट्रीम. It makes no sense.
मैं बता
Thank
रहा
you
हूँ
so
भाई
much for
निको
tuning
खेल
in.
लेगा ना भाई निको बहुत भाई
Yes.
उसका एम बहुत अच्छा निको का
We wanted to try him out, पता है?
Thank you for
निको
tuning
को
in.
पर वो
I
तो
will
Yeah.
do it
अबे अलग
tomorrow
वो भी पता
when
नहीं
I'm
वो
super
खेल ही
tired.
नहीं रहा वालो
Bye.
पता है मैंने भी मालव को ये बोला था. मालव याद है?